Hello, and welcome to another episode of Our Kinky Kindles, the podcast where smut is better with friends.
Savannah, they keep inviting us back.
Yeah,
We sure do.
yes, welcome to our fourth and final episode for our mini-series on The Summer I Turned Pretty. We're going to talk about episodes 5 through 8 today.
That 8th episode. Really?
The really confusing
It
episode.
hits different.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of our Team Conrad babies,
How are you hanging in there?
Yeah.
How
are you
are
still
y'all?
listeing to this podcast?
Probably
This may
not.
not be a safe space for you, so I don't know why you're here.
Sorry.
Honestly.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
And, I mean, yeah. We will get into our complex feelings about
Okay.
episode 8.
Yep.
All right. Episode 5. We all watched this a couple weeks ago, and, we got feelings. We got thoughts.
We always have thoughts.
Savannah has many thoughts.
I have so many.
Would you like to
I'm gonna let her
start us
Let's
out?
let Savannah jump right in there.
So what hurt me right at the beginning of episode 5 was how it opens immediately, of course, with everything gone in the house, which was painful. And Jeremiah
Horrible.
says it's like she was never here at all.
oh,
And that hurt. That sucked.
Yeah.
When
That
he was like,
sucks.
it was like she was never here at all. Ouch.
Yeah.
Because it probably did feel that way.
yeah.
That made me feel sad. I did not enjoy that.
And they're babies. They're teens. That was their
They're
mom.
babies.
Like, it's just... it was a gut punch just to watch
Yeah.
as bystanders.
And then Aunt Julia, I think is her name, came in and was like, sorry, don't know what to tell you. And I wrote the quote out again, and I can't remember if it was Conrad or Jeremiah who said this, but said, I'm sorry our grandfather loved her more than you, but I'm not surprised. And I was like, oh,
Jesus Christ.
ouch. I mean, this is not wrong, but also I was like, damn,
I mean,
ouchie.
Teens say shit like that.
Teens.
Oh, I think it was Jeremiah, because it says Jeremiah taking charge because Conrad can't pull his shit together, which
That's-
is, makes sense.
sounds about right. I just don't, logistically not sure how Angelia just got all that stuff out. They were at the carnival for, a few hours probably.
Having moved multiple times at this point, four times as an adult, a household full of things, full of endless shit.
Endless rugs.
And a house... So many rugs, honestly.
So many rugs.
But you know who has more rugs than I? Susanna.
I mean, not as a huge
I was gonna say the
house.
White House, but
Also the White House. Yeah, stay tuned for Red, White, and Royal Blue recap. But yeah,
Oh,
Susanna had a lot of stuff, and so that was the magic of Hollywood, the magic of the silver screen.
I understand that she was hurt, but we could have gone about this a different way.
Yeah.
we
It wasn't
we could have dealt with it instead
Yes.
of hurting these children who just lost their mother.
but why would she just pack up the house? I feel like they had every right to be upset.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and it was all for dramatic effect. I hope it's okay if we mention her on the pod. Molly's Book Corner.
Oh yeah, let's shout her
Our
out on the
TikTok
podcast.
friend.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
public.
We were super inspired by Molly is one of her dogs.
Molly, her dogs are Molly and Finn.
Molly and
Cute.
Finn, how they give glowing reviews of smut. And it makes me think wow, Ellie and Bobo, they really have heard a lot of book reviews at this point.
They've been present for many book reviews.
They could probably share their thoughts. But anyway, dogs are welcome.
Yes.
Cats
Dog.
as well.
Yes.
Shout out Molly's Book Corner. We love you.
Yes. Dogs and books, they go hand in hand.
That's right.
Minute 3:48, I have a note, just says shitmas. Are we calling it that now?
Moving
Shitness.
forward.
Who called it shitmas?
Sky and Aunt Julia.
Because the shitmas was the one
That one terrible
holiday that sent them over the edge, and then they
Yeah.
weren't
And then
replying
they
and all
only
that
ever
stuff,
did
yeah.
Christmas together.
Yeah.
With no other family around.
I mean, I hate Christmas, so I'm totally fine with. Work retail for 16 years. And tell me how you feel about Christmas. I hate the music. I hate all of it, but I love gifting.
I did
but
feel
I just gift.
I had some feelings in this.
We need
Yeah.
a little Christmas right this very minute.
Oh my god! I will leave right now.
No, we get you.
So good to know.
The restaurant that we worked at
Is
blasted
it?
Christmas music
Constantly.
every holiday.
What was the other one? It was the hippopotamus one.
No,
that one's horrible.
he has
That
lots
one's
of
horrible.
toys for girls and boys.
Yes.
Oh.
The only two genders.
I can't remember that one. Lots of toys. Girls and boys.
Conrad's face when he was
No.
confronting
I
Julia.
don't want to talk about that.
Y'all skipped over it. I know
Yeah.
it on purpose. I think Conrad did a great job when he was confronting Julia. I mean, the acting I thought was really well. I know we're anti-Conrad, but I still thought it was
He
good.
was very angry and sad, and he does that really
I believed
well.
it.
Yes.
I thought it was
They picked
real.
this actor because of his skills at
I see what you did there.
very
He's
angry
very well at being angry and
very
sad.
I did think that scene was funny because Sky is just standing in the background like
Sky's energy. They've got a good awkward
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
And then at some point, minute 4:47, Jeremiah says that Conrad has always been smarter, faster, and better, which I don't think is true at all.
It seems to
Better?
be
And what situation?
In what way?
Be specific. I do not know what you're talking about.
his perception of reality.
Perception.
Yeah, at minute 5:50, I have they're camping out at the country club. Yes.
Yes.
That
yes.
feels, even if your older brother is faster and smarter and whatever Jeremiah thinks. I mean, camping out together at the
No.
country club feels right. That was their only option, y'all.
That was the only place they could have gone.
Yeah, was to break and enter
Use Cam Cameron's key code.
his mother's
His
key
mother's
code
key code.
to get onto private property. Break and enter several teams, and then go sleep there. Yeah, that is what they had to do.
At 10 minutes, I have. So Conrad tries to tell Belly that he didn't know that she and Jeremiah had kissed, which is stupid, first of all. And second, he
Lies.
was her date to the dead ball. Like she said no to Conrad so she could go with Jeremiah. What did you think was happening? Are you just
holding
They're
hands.
just chilling. They're just hanging out.
Pals.
are you just stupid or what do you mean?
Hanging
That just
out.
sounds like an excuse to me.
Everything is an excuse. It's just an
saving
excuse.
face?
There's no
He's saving
substance
face
here.
always,
Yeah, always.
and it's we get it.
Oof.
I have a whole effing lot of
Yeah,
feelings.
at 11
you
minutes.
sent exclamation points after
Oh,
whatever I
no.
have here.
Like,
Is
Here
it the
comes the
11 minutes?
paragraph.
We need to know.
I wrote so many thoughts.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple of paragraphs
At
there.
11:06. This is the
like-
only one that I wrote a time on because I was like, okay, we
Okay.
need to know exactly when this happens.
The twos.
That's what they care about.
Yeah, so it was a flashback moment. If I'm remembering correctly, it was a flashback
Yeah.
moment because he came in and he was like, "Oh, I heard you won homecoming king," and that was back then. And he was like, "Oh, who'd you take to homecoming?" And he was like, trying to make weird casual conversation as if he hadn't just completely left his mother and brother alone while all of this was happening. And then that's when Conrad and Jeremiah launch into this conversation where Conrad says to Jeremiah about Belly, "My chest physically hurts to not be able to tell her that I'm in love with her."
Ugh.
And then
do
Jeremiah
it.
says, when your brother tells you something like that, there's only one right answer. And he says to Conrad, I'm not going to be the one to keep you guys apart. And I said, because Jeremiah is selfless. And even though he wants to be with Belly, he lets her go
Beautiful.
because he wants her to be happy and he wants his brother to be happy.
Yes.
Even though he's been pushing him away. Conrad would never.
Never.
Could never.
He
He would
strung
rather
her
smash
along.
anyone down to get what he wants.
He absolutely.
Yeah.
It don't matter his brother. It don't matter who it is.
Yeah.
he
Can't
strung
see
Belly
past his own
along.
shit.
No.
Exactly for years because he thought she would just wait around forever. And he always had her as a fallback
Took
and
her
only decided he
for
desperately
granted.
needed to
Right.
be with her when Cameron and Jeremiah showed interest. Then they do get together. And then he breaks her heart. And guess where Jeremiah is? When she chooses Conrad, he's still there. He's still friends with her because
Yes.
he's a decent fucking person.
Yeah.
That's right.
I hate Conrad.
Speak.
I will be accepting absolutely nothing from
Sorry.
Conrad at any point moving forward. I do not care.
This is the final
I am
straw.
done.
The
with
other day when
Conrad.
you were catching up on TikToks and it was all pro
Get Conrad out
Connie.
of my fucking face. I'm so
Yes.
done. I'm so fucking done with him.
Conrad says it physically hurts not to be able to tell her I love her.
You can
Just
just open your
say
fucking
it.
What's
mouth
Just
stopping
say
you,
it.
Conrad? What is stopping you?
Actually, it would be very helpful
You
for
know-
all involved if you would just fucking say it.
How fucking hard is it?
Teens. Love you.
Hey, I'm
Open your fucking
reminded.
mouth.
Like I normally don't say bad things about Chuck and Blair, but I'm reminded of this scene. You've got to say it. It's 3 words. It's however many
3 words, 8 letters.
Yes.
3 words, 8 letters.
Yeah.
You have to say that. Yeah.
You have to say, like, it's not that
Say it and I'm yours.
Do you remember,
fucking hard.
Do you remember when Steven and Taylor were on the dance floor and he was like, "You win, Taylor"? It's
Yeah.
not. It's the person that says it first
Calls-
loses or something like
Yeah.
that.
Which is the dumbest. That's bullshit.
Why?
Well, it's games.
Yeah.
Yeah, the person who says that they have
I wouldn't know. I've never
first
said it.
loses. Well,
Except to Prince,
good
and I
job,
mean it every
buddy.
day.
yes, well, you say it all the time first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's just such a sad, like, I don't know. What a horrible game to play. Like the game of withholding love. The game of, speaking of being showered with cat love.
And
Oh,
it's
I
just,
know.
it's the assumption that she's just always going to be there. The way he's treating Belly is as if she's
Stringing
just
her
always
along.
going to wait around. So he's just like, well, I don't need to worry about this because she's obsessed with me and she's always going to be. And then someone else showed interest and he was like, wait, what the fuck? Don't
Yeah.
do that. I love you.
Yeah.
I thought you knew that.
And it
And she's
just
like,
happened to
how
be
the
the
fuck am I
brother.
supposed to know that? You never said anything.
It's
and
the
so then he's like,
assumption-
Jeremiah, don't do that. That hurts my feelings. I know that I never said that, but that hurts my feelings and you should have known that. What the fuck?
No,
Yeah.
it's not our
That's
type of
insane.
reason.
It's the assumption and believing that Belly belongs to him, and she surely does not. Like, he just assumes that because she's supposedly been in love with him forever, and being in love with him forever, it's like she had a crush on him for a long time, which is different than being in love with someone.
Yeah.
And that he has some kind of weird claim over her. That's not cute. That's
She
not
said
cool.
it at some point.
No,
She
it's
said
not.
Conrad liked that I liked him, or however
Yeah.
she worded it. That was what he liked. He never liked her. He was like, "Ooh, she likes me. That makes me feel good." But it had nothing to do with how I felt about her. I hate Conrad. Oh my god.
I hate Conrad.
He sucks.
We're in where they didn't break in. They used the key card, right? We're already
Yeah.
there at the
We-
clubhouse.
yeah.
Okay, or whatever the house is. Oh no. No. When did they use the quote, "Adventure is worthwhile in itself"? I love that quote. Were they in the hallway?
Yeah. Oh, was Bella talking to Conrad?
Yeah. Yeah, it was something about. I just love that quote. "Adventure is worthwhile in itself."
Amelia Earhart, right?
Yeah, so good. I went to 18, minute 18. Are y'all there?
Um,
Savannah's was like half the series.
I have at 14
Okay.
minutes and 45 seconds. Jeremiah says, when she looks at me like this, I can let myself believe that she sees me the way she used to see Conrad.
He says stuff like that so much, and it hurts.
But this is the difference between Jeremiah and Conrad, because Jeremiah is saying how he feels. Do you see how easy it is? Like, it's truly, truly not that hard.
Well,
He's
and
like-
he's able to perspective take.
Yes.
And that he's able to honor his own emotion. Ooh, 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 ooh. So he's able to honor his own emotional experience, what he's thinking and feeling. He's able to name it. He's able to honor it. He is also able to name, honor, and respect others' emotional experiences. And because Conrad has got this like suppress, like he's emotionally suppressed all the time, and he's not able to accurately say, hey, this other person feels this way. Like it's stunted growth, and I understand like what he's been through, and it's all been hard and burden of responsibility and whatnot. But yeah, Jeremiah has a healthier relationship with emotions.
Because
Yeah.
he can communicate.
Yeah, when he's had to.
Because Conrad doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
someone has got to communicate. And Jeremiah's the only reason that he and Conrad have a relationship at all, because he's the one that's extending himself.
At all times.
Yeah.
Even when Conrad is hurting him. Even when he's like, oh, my chest hurts because I love Belly so much. He's like, well, me fucking too, but go on, I guess.
Yeah.
I want you both to be happy, so that's fine.
I guess I'll just be over here.
I'll just hang out.
Well, and that is, if we're going to talk about love, like, isn't that love, like love for your brother and for the girl you love? Like, that's what it looks like, is to say, hey, I'm going to prioritize someone else's needs over mine. Like, I am going to, not in a martyr type way, but like, hey, because I love you, my brother, and my, the girl I love, I want y'all to be okay.
Well, and I think Jeremiah, I think he understands that, yeah, this hurts right now, but eventually, like, I'm probably going to get over this, and, like, I'm going to move on. Like, he dated other people, he took someone else to homecoming. Like,
True.
I think he has the belief that, like, I'm in love with this person, but that this doesn't have to be forever.
There's enough love to go around.
Yeah.
Like, he has, it bothers him, it hurts him, but there's an abundance mindset that he's got towards.
You think Taylor has Hillary Duff vibes?
Okay. At minute 13, Brandon's looking at my notes. So
Well, it's on a
Jay
flat
was
screen,
watching
so
this
it's hard
with
not
me.
to.
I know. Jay was watching this with me, and he every time he just calls Taylor
Hilary Duff.
And yeah, what do we think? I think it's accurate.
God, Hilary Duff. My
But
childhood.
I think Lizzie McGuire.
Growing up, yeah.
Like Lizzie
Yeah.
McGuire era.
Gosh, I don't think I've seen it recently enough.
Lizzie McGuire is like
Maybe it's
kind
her
of a
tone of
loser,
voice.
right? And Taylor is like super main character energy.
So let's keep in mind this is from Jay's perspective.
Okay, fair enough.
So see it through Jay's eyes and then be like, yeah, okay, I see how your perception of Hilary Duff would be and how your perception of Taylor would be. Okay.
Yeah, I just think of in the Lizzie McGuire movie, there's that scene where it's like,
Oh, yes.
you're wearing that powder blue puff sleeve. You're an outfit repeater, Lizzie McGuire, and like Taylor would never let anyone talk to her like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Zips her thing back up and runs away.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
Runs
gonna
off
make sure
the stage,
Jay-
everything falls off. Yeah.
I think this is based solely on appearance.
Oh,
Okay, fair
we're
enough.
gonna
Well,
he needs to listen to
They're
this part.
both like blonde
They're
and
both
small.
blonde
They're
women.
both blonde, small women.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
With a little bit of sass.
God,
Okay, we nailed
basic.
it. Nailed it.
Done. Got it.
He also has no concept of someone's age.
And you also thought the Twizzler straws are hot.
Oh, I thought
what were
that
they
was hot
doing?
too. She and
The
Jeremiah.
when they
Twizzler
were
straws.
drinking.
Oh,
Wait.
like
So
Lady and the
like-
Tramp, but with Twizzlers.
It was hot.
Yeah, sort of.
Yes.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Um,
When they're watching the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
At their country club that they were-
Twizzlers fucking suck.
they
Like,
do
come
suck.
on.
They're so gross.
Well, they were.
This
But-
episode had a lot of. I read ahead, and this episode was kind of painful.
Yeah. So I was
started
just
so cute.
Yeah.
there's a flashback that happens sort of in the middle of the country club thing where they're at Susanna's dinner table and Belly and Conrad are holding hands at the dinner table in front of
That
Jeremiah.
little collared shirt.
Super disrespectful of Jeremiah. And then Savannah wrote, "This reminds me of the All Too Well dinner scene," and it really does because
Yes.
Belly pulls her hand away because Jeremiah
Yeah.
is looking at them and he's
He drops her
fucking
hand,
sad.
and she's like,
yeah,
"Okay." Ugh.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
drop your hand while dancing.
Yes.
Take a shot.
Shot.
Okay, and so back at the country club, they're still watching these weird ass black and white movies. What is this?
Because
Can they-
Susanna liked the black and white movies.
Can we just watch Mean Girls or something?
Just the regular stuff.
So,
the regular-
are there teens in this world in the year of our Lord, Taylor Swift, 2023?
The year of our Lord.
Taylor Swift. Are there teens watching black and white movies? Of their
Absolutely
own
not.
volition?
I don't know, because we have film studies at the high school that I work at, and they're constantly telling me that they're bored. I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah, you are taking a class
Excuse
about
me.
movies. Yeah, I watched a lot of black and white movies because that is all that was permitted in my upbringing. But it was partially it wasn't by choice. If given other options,
I
would
watched
have
several of them, but it was because I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, who is now 97. So,
yes,
so when I was growing up, that was what we watched.
Sure.
And we would parade around the house with the American flag and listen to Lee Greenwood. We would alternate between God Bless the USA and then black and white movies. Yeah, that was what we do.
Yes, your grandmother has some energy similar
Yes.
to my parents. So that's an interesting.
Was the dance scene between Steven and Taylor, was that before or after the
That's not in this
theater scene?
episode.
Yes, it is. Steven's Got Game playing Moon River at
Yeah.
1845.
Oh, the
Is this
slow
the scene
dancing
when
scene.
Taylor said
Yeah.
she saves all her vibing for Milo?
Yeah.
He says something about the vibe, and she says, "I save all my vibing for Milo."
I thought
I thought you were talking about the other dance scene. Yes. Okay. Now I'm caught up.
No, this one's adorable. This is when they're in like the
I thought
like.
it was romantic.
It was so romantic.
I thought it was
he's
fine.
Got Game.
Yeah.
You thought it was fine?
I was still feeling kind of icky about Steven and Taylor at the moment. I
No,
came around to them, but at that moment, I was like, I don't know if I like it.
Okay.
But I came around to it.
Y'all
It's fine.
didn't like the timeline then. We did.
Yeah, I was
I
really
wasn't on
into
board with it yet.
Steven.
I was-
Three wing
Like,
twos did. Two wing threes did not.
Yes.
Y'all came around.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did. We did come around. At least I did.
Y'all came around during the dance scene.
I came around in the second dance scene
Because
because they were sticking
Steven
their
did good
hands
then.
together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, the slow dance.
Party in the
was-
USA. That was sweet.
Are you
Oh,
a
that one was-
Are you
that
a
one was
hopeless
sweet.
romantic?
I am a hopeless romantic.
I think I am, and I think that's why I liked that scene.
I melt for that kind of thing, and it. Are y'all not
What?
hopeless romantics?
No.
You're both thoughts.
thumbs up, and we're just like,
was fine.
oh, yeah.
I love that.
I think we saw the value in the dance.
I was
Yes.
reading these and I felt icky while I was watching it. I was like, ew,
It felt
turn it
icky.
off.
We did. We're sitting there crying, wiping our tears.
beautiful.
Oh, we loved it, and they're just like, thumbs up.
I think. Well, actually, thinking back in high school, if I was really into a guy and he did that, I probably would have thought it was hot. But
Yeah,
I would have
played
been like,
music.
But
They were-
in my
They were there to
life,
get clothes,
I try to
right?
think, and I'm like, ew, ew.
What?
They were there to get clothes, right? Change of clothes.
Yeah.
And he started playing
Something,
music, and
yeah.
then he brought her in the middle of the dance floor and just started. But that was the same place where they did season 1's ending.
Oh yeah,
That
it
was the same spot.
It was the debutante
Ballroom.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I didn't even make that connection.
Gosh,
It's
look at
probably
me
a
go.
completely different building, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
nighttime. They broke in
Ugh.
like little lawless creatures.
Yeah. Ooh, I skipped ahead. I went from 18 to 29. I guess I
I don't have
went to go
anything
pee.
until they're talking about Cameron's sister.
Yeah, I've got that too.
I have something at minute 22:01. Connie saying to Jer, "I know Belly missed having you as a friend. Is manipulative as Hale, Hay.
I know Belly missed you having us a friend.
Hale.
Because Jeremiah was out there just living the good life and
So-
trying to not pressure his heart and continue
Exactly.
breaking in.
And so then Conrad comes up and says, "I know Belly missed having you as a friend."
So
Okay,
why put that?
Conrad.
Yeah, why put that on his head? Why make him feel like that?
He's
Well,
also
he's
just
diminishing him.
friend zoning him. Basically, he's like, she really missed you as a friend. Like,
Yeah.
to be very clear, just as a
Oh,
friend.
Like,
yeah.
I
That's
can't
how it
help-
delivered to me, at least.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
he was
Nope.
saying.
Yeah.
It's like that's such a passive aggressive thing to say.
Yeah.
It's a mean girl thing to say. Not
Yeah.
to be gendered about it, but like that's the kind
It
of
is.
shit.
No, it is.
passive aggressive shit that girls are saying. So that was cute. That two brothers are. It just makes you so mad.
I know.
Just if we express
winds me
our.
up.
So if we do not express our feelings directly, they will
You
come out
indirectly.
If we do not express our thoughts directly, they will come out indirectly. And so
Oh.
this is his emotions coming out. Everything in your life is making sense.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to do that to you. Do you need a moment?
No, I'm an over communicator, so
Okay. So you have no problems. You connect that. You communicate them directly.
He communicated about those
You
salads.
feel your feelings directly.
I need a list. Yes.
No, you don't.
Well, y'all were spitting out your order, and I was just like, okay, I need a list, and so I can refer back to it, and I'll put it in the app.
You're right. The Zaxby's order today. You're
Yes.
correct. You did express your feelings. You're healed.
I
Good work. Good work.
over communicate during emails too.
That's
I want
fine.
everyone to be on the same page.
It's better
Everyone
to
gets CC'd on
over-communicate
it.
than not,
Yep.
and then someone have to ask for clarification.
Wasting time.
Might as
I
well.
love an
Wasting time.
communication of information.
I think
I
that's
tell
the one
people,
thing.
even if I'm like making friends, I'm like, if I'm sharing too much, you
send
just let
them
me
emails?
know. Dear so and so, had a great time hanging out.
Oh, cute.
No, I don't do that. I'm not weird.
That's cute.
You're not
I'll send follow-up
weird.
text sometimes. But no, if I'm starting to make friends, I will start to overshare. We'll be just like sitting at dinner, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. So sorry. Did I just tell you about some trauma? My bad.
If I've decided that someone is like in my inner circle, I will start sharing stuff. But yeah, I'm a little more guarded. Sharing stuff outright. Now, in terms of like communicating what I'm thinking and feeling, it really depends. But I think this is Conrad suppressing his anger and confusion and all of his complex feelings about the Belly situation, and it's coming out passively as a way to aggressively manipulate his little brother, which is folks.
Yeah, I hate it.
That's what I have to say about that.
What minute was that?
Minute 22.
Okay. You've got it at the golf course.
Yeah, at 24:26, I just noted the longing in Jer's eyes. I expect fully at this point to see, what's his name? Gabriel?
Gavin?
Gavin.
I expect to see this man. Young man, but a man, nonetheless. I want to see him in everything. I want to watch him as much as possible, if you know what I mean.
I feel that way about the guy from Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, I
Yes.
haven't seen him and stuff yet.
Oh, well, we've seen a lot of him.
What's his real name?
Alexander
no.
Perez. No. Oh, shit.
Taylor.
Taylor. Yes.
Taylor something Perez.
Shall we rewind for a moment to last week? We were trying to do our work. We were trying to just get shit done.
living
Surrounded
our
by
life.
minors.
Surrounded by minors. I was in a professional setting.
I was in a meeting.
I don't know where.
Also in a meeting.
Where is this going?
Well, where is this going,
So-
Brandon?
We'd like to discuss.
Okay.
So,
I shared a TikTok.
Actually, twice. I
With
was in
Brent.
therapy once and then in a meeting the second time.
I shared a TikTok with the group, and the TikTok implied that there was some nudity in a show that
Some nudity.
Taylor
Surely just his
Perez
ass
was
again.
in.
Yeah.
Taylor Zakar Perez.
Yeah.
I just remembered it.
Yes. Beautiful name.
Y'all was working. I happened to be off that day.
Yeah, and he was.
Yes. What a gift.
That was a mistake.
Okay.
I think sending him the TikTok on a day where he was off, and so my guy bought.
Sends us
some
pictures
episodes.
of I've purchased this now for money.
Yeah.
The episode.
He purchased the episodes.
It was a task.
Some nudity.
It was a task. I had to complete it. I picked up my Xfinity remote and I said mint, and it brought up the episodes. I found the one where his pee-pee was exposed.
And you know what you did
Full
with that?
frontal nudity
Yeah.
that he sent to our phones during the workday.
Hung like a god, honestly.
Oh my
I have some
God.
questions and some concerns that I would
Locker
like.
room.
Before y'all have chased this rabbit into how I've done bad, I first
You were naked.
asked my remote. It gave me the episode. It said $3. I said, oh, fuck yeah. Clicked it, paid for it, charged to account. I quickly went to the minute mark. I paused it, found it, did some pics and vids. Then I sent it in our group chat
with the
with the visible ink in the text message.
Yeah.
So
Which is
technically,
very
his
thoughtful.
naked body with his long wiener and his very hairy.
It was very. There was.
I don't know if that was like a
There was a
70s
lot of
vibe.
hair.
Is that-
Rude.
The
That's
roots,
smut
roots.
Smut language.
The trunk
That is smut
of the trunk of the
Isn't
tree.
it?
It was a bush. It was a forest.
It was.
That's a dark hair.
I looked at it the first time. I was like, oh god.
Can we just pull it back
I
up?
want to look
No.
at this.
Oh,
Yes.
actually, if you could, please. Well, so it came first with invisible ink, and there's nothing quite like your thumb just unknowingly stroking the length. Yes, a considerable length of him. Because your thumb is touching it. Like, oh!
So I am sitting at work and I'm like, I saw this movie. I was like, okay, I'll look at these later. And when I was finally not surrounded by teenagers, I was like, let me just take a glimpse.
Look at this.
And so I like did a slight little tap.
You act like it wasn't. Look how long it is.
So long!
It
that
is.
flaccid? That's partially erect.
That is-
Surely it's hanging down.
It's
But
no,
he's-
I'm so scared.
He's
He's a
walking like
shower,
he has a
surely,
big
right?
dick. He's walking like he has a big dick. I sent it with invisible ink and
That was
thinking,
considerate.
okay, so usually in our group chat, everyone, email us back what y'all do in your group chats with your friends. When we send invisible ink, it's usually a spoiler that we haven't caught up on an episode yet.
Sure.
Or it's
Something we're embarrassed about.
Or, yeah, I have no shame. And then I'll
Really,
We do.
I'll
brutally
spend
really,
$3.
really deep feelings.
I'll spend $3 for a penis. I don't care. And sure, charge the card. And
We got it for free.
correct. You're welcome. And I just sent it invisible ink, thinking I wouldn't open it, and then the responses was, oh heavens, pearl clutching.
Yeah.
Pearl
The
clutching.
pearl clutching was
And then we started talking about it. Who was late to the party?
Me,
So
always.
okay. So then we started talking about it, and then I was just like, screw it. So I just sent it without invisible ink.
Fully resent them.
full frontal nudity. I just
No invisible ink on my phone.
Porn on my phone.
y'all, there's porn and then there's like
I just imagine it popping
high
up on a watch.
definition.
Literally, we were trying to do.
Someone like seeing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were trying to have a fire drill. I'm standing, I'm holding the door for teenagers, and then my watch is going crazy, and I'm glancing down at
Just like, no, please.
I glance down and I'm like, well,
Oops.
Y'all
orderly
this way,
fashion,
this way, this way.
orderly fashion.
Orderly fashion. I
Oh,
mean,
it was
again,
just my favorite thing. The thrill of it.
I think the listeners should email us if they just. I mean, dick pics are just dick pics. It's not that big of a deal.
So you have one.
Thank you. I think I do.
We don't.
Seeing a dick out of context is just not
what
great.
I want.
It is a little disconcerting for those who I don't like. Okay, so if you just got a picture of naked boobs, what would your brain do? Like, ah.
That'd be ill.
Well, you're not attracted to them, but would it be like, oh, what is or would it be like, oh, okay, ew?
I
Okay.
think back now and I'm like, I just fully said, look at it, guys. Because in my
Well, if the situation was flipped, if say I sent it, no context at all, and it caught you. Say you had just left a meeting, and
It's
you
the
just got
off
off the Zoom
guard.
call, and you look and you're like, oh god,
You're on your
What would you
Zoom
have done?
call
The
at
off
work.
guard. Yes, imagine you're on a live Zoom call with
I'm
and
trying
it's-
to-
it
It goes
with
through.
management people.
I want to scroll up and find it,
You
but
know
we
it's
send
days
way
ago.
too
We
much. I just can't imagine. I'm just. my thought process,
were just laughing
it
the
took
whole
me
time.
less than 2 seconds to realize that I was purchasing this episode.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
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 And I got my phone out and said, there it is. And immediately invisible
sent
inked
it.
it.
So
I yeeted it in that group text.
You sure did.
Into the group text.
the second part of this story is that when I got home from work that day, I'm talking to my partner and I'm like,
What did you do?
Brandon accosted me with
a dick pic.
with naked pictures of a man.
Not him, but
And
still naked.
Yes, and so I was like, look at this picture. I showed it to him and he goes, oh, I've seen this before.
That is my favorite part too of this story.
And
Right.
I was like, what do you
How?
I was like, you've seen this before? And he's like, yeah, so he's a 5, so he's just wants to know all the information.
Enneagram
so
folks.
he was on Enneagram 5. So he was on TikTok and someone was talking about this episode and someone had commented like
Our group chat is quality entertainment.
it sure is.
is.
The episode and the timestamp and he was like, I just wanted to know what it was, so I just went to HBO and I went to the timestamp and
Did he
that's
need
what
some
I
information?
It would have been different if he paid for it. I paid
we
for it.
already had HBO, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Great, so I could have saved me $3.
Yeah, you coulda.
A damn-
You coulda.
Oh, Prince's video of his feet.
I
Oh.
love him. I love him.
Anyways,
Okay, the
moving
reality
on.
is that like sometimes Anna gets home from work and there's 500 messages.
It's
So I
Just
don't
depends
know-
on the day.
I and
I don't know
what
how
it
you think
is,
you're gonna
too.
get to the message.
Yeah, it's
I got all the way up till Thursday. That took me that
yeah, I
long to
think
get
it
to
was-
Thursday.
I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah, it was, well, I have therapy on
Shit.
Wednesday, so I know it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Perfect.
Does it stop? Will it not go anymore?
Yeah, it probably because you've been
They
scrolling
die
for
after a
several
while?
minutes. No, they're still in there. If you're
You have to go
connected
to
to your own
photos.
Wi-Fi, probably. Well, no, we've looked
I want to see y'all's response.
Got it.
So, well,
Damn it.
yeah, there's nothing more interesting than going in and expecting to see, TikToks, some catch-ups, some, minor crises, and then just seeing penises just in your face. I had my messages pulled up on my MacBook, and it was just the
Dick.
whole screen.
It's just a dick.
Y'all, for context, this is not just a dick.
It's a huge dick.
I mean,
It was a-
very large
6 inches.
penis.
Is this AI? Like, I mean,
The way it looks, when I zoom in, I'm like, that doesn't look right.
I am
It does
satisfied.
look very smooth.
Yes.
But
yes.
is that for science?
How did we get here? God.
We're psychoanalyzing this. For science, have any of us experienced that?
A smooth dick?
Size
No, not-
or smooth penis?
A giant
Data.
A giant dick?
A dick of that magnitude.
Oh.
Well, I have one data point.
1 point, literally. You have a
One way to
point.
contribute.
I have more than one, but yeah.
His dick is not that big.
Okay.
It's not.
In the movie, you can see it bulging from his pants.
I know.
Do you
It
think?
Yeah.
won't load. I'm really sad.
Do you think he like has surgery?
The way that it look, the length, I have
Will it do it
had
on your
an
laptop?
experience of long penises, but the way it looks is concerning. That's what concerns me, is the fact that it's so smooth. I was like, that just doesn't look right.
smoothness.
I just want
just
to.
doesn't
It's all
do
color
it.
organized. That's cute. Okay, I just like to point out these photos are still in my album. I need to go back and delete them because the problem is I was looking
No, keep them
every time I need to attach something in like a work email or something like that. I scroll past these waners. I just keep scrolling past waners.
There's a dozen of them.
And I'm
There's
just
so
like,
many.
Zoom in.
oh yeah, I had multiple angles and videos for y'all. I was
The
ready.
cockiness with which he stands in that locker room. I mean, he is just like.
A TikTok said that it was his penis. I
Well, it's gotta
must
be.
have seen it. I had to have it.
Well,
I've got to delete it though because every time I scroll past, I'm afraid I'm going to click on it and send it as an attachment. Yeah, I got to delete it.
what if you did?
No,
my worst nightmare.
everyone stop sitting. We can't put that out there. We can't put that out there.
Okay, well.
Moving on.
Anyway.
Don't cut
So
that
anyway,
out.
my next note is about Kim Cameron.
Oh, yeah, so
Does Kim Cameron have a big dick?
I have one at minute 29.
Okay, yeah.
Timothy Cameron cannot possibly.
You go, you're before us.
Okay, wait a second. I want to hear what Savannah has to say. But
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
The ye's not Han.
Well,
God
with-
grant me the serenity to accept
The
the
vibes,
vibes that are not written to.
the vibes that aren't written to.
That's the best T-shirt. Am I a millennial? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, at minute 29, the golf course admissions between Taylor and Belly. Because they're laying there, they're having a little heart-to-heart. And then Taylor says, can we just leave first love in the past where it belongs? And then I put, K-Bird, care to comment?
What?
Do you believe that first love should be in the past? Do you believe it belongs there?
I think that if it's not serving you anymore, it does belong there. But sometimes first loves work out.
We had 29. Yeah.
That's less controversial than I hoped for.
What did you want me to say? Like,
know.
everyone, stick with your first
Marry
love.
your first love. That would have been not good news for me.
Uh-oh.
God bless this broken road.
The strongest love you've ever had, and you don't end up with them. It sucks. What a tough way to carry. That's what I put. But
Yeah.
That's a little more poignant and thoughtful. Yeah, it's Belly really in this season is really working through that. She's really coping with but how do you know when you're done with this first love? And it is tough.
It does. Because it feels, we talked about this, I think, on either the last episode or the episode before, but it does. It feels different.
Yeah.
Like, I know we talked about first loves, and it does. Like, it's like,
It always
I
means
don't-
something.
yeah,
It
I don't know how to describe it.
something.
yeah, because it does. It feels like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to love anyone ever again, because it's your first love. So you're like, oh my gosh, is this what this feels like? And so everything is so brand new, because it's the first time you
incredible.
felt all of these things. And then something just, in my experience, it was just like, well, not anymore.
So yours was more of like a peter out. Mine was like I was still very much in love, and then there was this big dramatic horrible, the big bad thing, and so it was such a horrible life defining thing to like learn about life.
Yeah,
It's for it to all go down like that, and so first love, it's like it just hurts.
Yeah.
But it was really beautiful when it was.
There are just so many different
kick
kinds.
that
Yes,
titty.
because like my first love, I do remember just feeling like
Here it comes.
free falling almost. Like it felt so good. But then second, it was a situation very similar where it was very love, and then I was still there, and then I was like, what the fuck is going on
That's
right
brutal.
now? And then it's a back and forth for a year because you don't know how to get out of it because you're stuck in it because you still think you love the person, but then you're like, help.
Help.
And I'm not going to keep talking about that, but then you find your person and it's secure. So
Imagine that experience being your first love.
okay,
Because that's what I experienced.
That's
and
terrible.
that's so defining.
Yes.
And it's why one of the many, not to give him too much credit, but that's one of the many reasons why I'm a therapist today,
Yeah.
because that fucked me up.
Absolutely.
And just because of his horrible, personality disordered behavior. But it just
we can talk off the podcast.
but it really is painful, and I empathize with Belly kind of going through this with Conrad, but I loved him and I thought that meant something. And honey, just because you love someone doesn't mean that he's a good person.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that he's gonna
something.
it still matters. And if he is being a Conrad about it, then it is okay for you to drink out of some sweet little Twizzler straws. Twizzler straws with his brother. Anyway, the love
It
triangle
can
of it
mean
all.
something, but you can also let it go and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we can move on because Brandon desperately wants to, but
Sorry, I don't have much input on falling in love.
let's talk about love here.
So on the golf course,
And Savannah had something amazing as well.
yes,
On the golf course.
So they're
It
playing
hurt my feelings.
Truth or Dare.
Ouch.
And sweet Sky, sweet little baby, they're not very familiar with the history of these people.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah, but they were like,
Estranged.
remember this now.
I dare Belly
There's
to
a
kiss
cramp.
Jeremiah.
Oh, God.
Everyone's like,
Do it for the
And-
pod.
So then it's super awkward. And then a little bit later, Jeremiah says, I just wanted to grab her and hold her and kiss the shit out of her. That is how your man should feel about you.
Yes.
I ain't never heard Conrad say anything like that.
anything like that.
Because Conrad isn't saying anything at all.
Belly. I miss Belly.
I love ballet. My chest hurts.
What was that? That was your Conrad impression? You have so much built up anger and hatred of this man, and yet that was it.
Belly.
I love when Katie's making fun of someone. That's the term. You use it for anyone.
Bailey.
I feel
Bailey.
sad.
I'm Conrad. I'm a countryman
Yeah.
now. The way you held your microphone,
cowboy
sank
hat.
it. Yes, that's
So
why that's your
today-
favorite emoji.
And a lucky listener got to
I'm
experience
Conrad.
this. But today we looked at Katie's recent or most used emoji.
And it's
that
one.
was educational.
It's a single
So
emoji.
there's recently used, and then those, of course, those are the ones you use. But then you have a favorites section, and that favorite section has a singular fucking emoji in it. And do y'all want to know what emoji that is? It is
Oh my
the little
God.
smiley face with a fucking cowboy hat on.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, that is the emoji you use when the yee's not hawing.
You use it sarcastically.
Can you send that randomly into the group chat tomorrow just to make our days better?
The
I'll send
yeehaw.
the penis if you send the.
Please.
Oh,
Never
have one.
don't send
the penis? Oh,
pleasant surprise. It's pleasant.
God.
Okay.
Anyway, I used it unironically for our listener. I used it to epitomize a true yeehaw, not a passy aggressive
A
yeehaw.
yeehaw.
A real life yeehaw.
IRL yeehaw. This
Okay.
golf course scene.
Sav, you want to talk about Cam Cameron?
Yes.
Sure.
Timothy Cameron.
I have the note too.
Yeah.
So
They everyone they start just like talking, get real deep, real quick on the golf
Teens.
course.
Oh, yeah.
And Cam Cameron starts talking about losing his sister when she was 16 years old, and he was just a child. I don't know if he ever said how old he was, but he said he was a child. So I'm not sure what the distance was, but he just started talking about that, and he said it's still there, but the pain starts to feel more like a scar than a scab, and
Yeah.
I did not feel good when he said that.
that felt bad.
Feel
Because
good.
it does. Mine is still very much a very open scar at the moment. It's just, or a scab at the moment. It's bleeding, but
But it's
it'll get there.
scab.
Yes,
Isn't that a good? Isn't
scab
that
starts
accurate?
to heal, and then
Yeah.
scars are just there.
Scars don't hurt anymore,
Yeah.
but they're still.
but they're
you can
still
see
there.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still the mark that it mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is it? Grief is love.
What is-
Remembering.
What is grief if not fun? What is
I fuck it up
grief
every
if
time.
not love persevering?
Yeah.
Persevering.
Fuck it up every time.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Does Gandalf say that?
It's from WandaVision.
Does Antoff say that?
Vision says that to Wanda.
Gandalf says lots of good things.
Well, Gandalf does say a lot of good things, but
Not that.
that's,
But not that one.
That's from WandaVision.
that was from one division.
That's Marvel.
No,
It was sweet. I cried.
Yeah, I
But-
did.
good.
It's an excellent series.
Yeah.
Well, and the scab, yeah, it is hard. And that what a beautiful wisdom from someone so young.
Yeah. And even just the
guy.
process of the scabbing over process, even is like terrifying because there's that mixed feeling of like I don't want it to scab over.
You're right.
Because I want to, if I don't keep feeling it, then
Yeah.
they're
It
gonna
won't
think that I don't
matter.
care. Yeah, and
Oh,
then
it will always matter.
yes, it's scary.
It will always matter.
anyway.
It just will not always take us.
Yeah.
Take us down that
Take
dark road again.
Level you in the middle of the day
Well,
when
yes,
you're not
it will not
expecting
always
it.
take you
Yeah,
down.
exactly.
Yeah. Grief is complex, and
Yeah.
we talk about it frequently on the pod because
Yeah.
mental health matters.
It's all intertwined.
Yes,
It is. Joy and grief.
Yeah.
At minute 36, I also really love talking about mental health, Taylor, because she says something about, I love talking about mental health. And
She's
I'm
on,
like,
she's
They're
on,
still on
Yeah.
the golf course, right?
she's on
Yeah,
mental health
that's part-
TikTok.
okay.
That's what she says. She's like, I'm on mental health TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Y'all be careful out there.
TikTok.
And then they start going to bed, right?
Oh, yeah.
Eventually?
Well, so then I have it 38 minutes.
So 38 and 37. This is what's actually important here.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is important, but Belly does ask Jeremiah why he didn't kiss her.
This is what I'm saying. This is important.
Yeah.
This
and
is
then
important.
Jeremiah, he says, if I
If I
kiss
kiss
you,
you-
I don't think I'd ever stop. Talk dirty to me, Jeremiah.
Oh, I was
I put the little
underwhelmed when I
sweating
heard it.
emojis.
Sweating emojis.
I put the sweating emojis.
Oh,
Savannah's over there like dodging Adam's apples.
this is
So
yeah,
scared.
this is
Look at
smut.
me.
This is
Smut, smut,
Smut.
smut.
This
smut.
is some foreplay shadowing. This is some longing. Some wow.
Did she get the text from the coach before or after y'all just went on that little
I'm not sure.
smut scene?
Yeah, we needed to talk about some smut.
I don't know
Oh.
when.
I
Sorry,
did not
I'm
write that
interrupting
down
you.
because apparently
I don't
they
know
did
when
not care.
he says
my-
this,
oh my
but
God.
Jeremiah says, I can only assume that this is Jeremiah who said it. Conrad got to take Belly
Was
to
it
her
Border
prom and
Collie?
acted like it was some big chore. If it was me, I would have done it right. I wouldn't have forgotten her corsage. I would have made sure she had the best night of her life.
And
So-
I put damn
and I
right
believe
you would
that.
have.
I believe that. Yes. So that is when we learn that while Conrad is being a fuckboy and dragging his feet, taking Belly to prom, Jeremiah is at home taking care of their sick mom all by himself. And
That's
The
what
real
flashes
burden
back.
of
That's-
responsibility.
yeah,
Yeah.
so Jeremiah is at home taking care of his sick mom, making her smoothies, hanging out with her, and he's
Watching her die.
watching her die and telling his mom like Conrad is treating Belly really badly, and Susanna's like, well, he's really sad, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
As if Jeremiah is
Yeah.
also really
Yeah,
sad.
and
Correct.
That whole scene.
and then Conrad dumps her at prom, and it's like, okay, so I'm trying to picture someone who is like diehard Team Conrad. They're watching this. They're watching Jeremiah take care of dying Susanna. They're watching Conrad treat Belly like shit at prom. How are you justifying that?
And you're just like, that's fine.
You're like, what? Explain yourself.
Do the Conrad voice
Send
again.
an email.
Do it again. Belly.
Belly.
Can that be the outro? Belly.
Belly, I'm sad.
Belly.
The way you just
Oh,
your
so-
hand, your
Yeah,
wrist goes limp,
you
and
have
it's
to
just
see Kate
Belly. I'm
doing
sad.
It's similar to me running in the
Keep a look.
TikTok.
Keep a lookout for our TikTok, y'all. We're gonna run towards.
My hand goes.
We're,
Thank you for appreciating that. Savannah, we could
Wait, let me
not
pull it up.
stop laughing.
I'm gonna point it out because
It was so stupid.
if you would like to follow us on our TikTok page, please feel free.
Okay, you've got to watch Anna's hand.
Did you notice my hand in this? So I'm tuckering out. Look, I'm tuckering out. I'm done. Oh, shit, baby. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, then I'll throw down my book.
We are terrible. How? Oh my god!
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Go watch that. That little hand.
Oh, I could not
Belly.
stop. I almost said don't post that
Belly.
one. I was so hot. I was that was like our big
Running towards white
It was
forerunners.
1,000
Damn it!
degrees
You don't
to
understand
my wife were.
how many
Yes.
times we did that.
Oh.
You don't understand how out of breath we were, y'all.
So if you want to see
Can
that
you
video,
work out regularly?
Go give it a like.
Yes.
well, I don't run a lot, but
You dance a lot.
Yeah, dance cardio is keeping. Anyways,
That, well, yes.
we were
let-
also
thank you.
outside.
Let that
It was
be a
100 degrees.
testament
Belly.
to how they love
Belly.
Belly.
I'm sad.
I'm so sad.
Can that be on our next? We're coming out with merch, ladies and gentlemen. This is our.
I'm so sorry.
We're coming out with merch, and it's on the back of the quarter zip. It's going to say "Belly." I'm sad,
Like, I'm so sad.
and you're going to flip your wrists.
With a
Yes.
wrist similar to my wrist when I run.
Moving on.
Anyway,
That's our parody wrist. That's our satire wrist.
Did Susanna and Jerry in? Oh, what?
Yeah,
Okay,
we do have 3 more episodes.
But I would also like to say that Susanna says to Jeremiah, sometimes I think you're too good at being fine. And he says, isn't that what everyone wants me to be? And I got sad at that also.
a direct attack.
Yes, I was like, okay, great.
That's some Enneagram 7 energy.
And then she
too.
calls him her
Extrovert.
sunshine boy again, and I did not feel good.
You felt unwell.
I felt very unwell.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh my
and then
God.
the episode basically ends with Jeremiah stepping away from Belly because he promised his mom that he would not let it come between him and Conrad.
Because that is the true burden of responsibility.
Yeah,
we talk
that
about
sucks.
Conrad carrying the burden of responsibility. No.
do they go back to the house? Why did I can't remember the end of this episode.
I don't know. My last note says for the rest
Yeah,
of
I
my
have no
story,
idea.
it is you, Jeremiah.
What Julia did, but my last note is fucking Julia.
Yeah, mine is
So
too.
I don't know what she did, but
we do
it's
know that
probably
Cam
true.
Cameron's mom arrives.
Oh, okay.
That's entertaining.
Oh, is that when she comes out of the house and she says it's sold?
Oh, probably.
I think that's when they get back and she was like, the house
Probably.
sold. Sorry.
Well,
I think that's what it was.
I put the text from the coach to Belly. I paused the TV and read it. It was really sad. It was professional but sad. And then I put Jerry's Susanna's
'cause they have the
relationship
party
is just
next.
adorable. Yeah. Such a strong connection. She can read him instantly. Isn't that what everyone wants me to be? Wait. Isn't that what everyone wants me to be? When is the world going to alleviate the pressure of always being fine?
Oh my God! Read your last note. This one with all the hearts.
My dad always loved Conrad more, and I always had my mom.
She was the only person who ever really saw me. Her and Belly.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Sucks. I hate Conrad.
And he's lost
Hey,
his
Conrad.
mom, and so now all he has
Belly.
is Belly, and so Jeremiah feels like he's
He's losing everyone.
Still,
And yet he's still there at the house, watching his mom
Priority.
pound.
Oh, he's gonna keep showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That border
He's gonna keep
collie,
being a friend.
border colliness.
That's right.
a good boy.
Whereas
did
Conrad
it.
keeps disappearing.
All right, so that was episode 5.
Hey.
We're gonna jump on into episode 6.
No, wait. No, yes. This is the one that y'all all watched that
And
I
you
then went
caught up,
back.
yeah.
That's right.
So
That's right. That's
for the
right.
listeners, we have been for this season enjoying just saying, "Hey, who can like drop everything now and meet us in the pouring rain and watch this episode on Thursday or Friday, whenever they've been coming out."
We all do like a group watch. That's like you just
You just text.
you say 3, 2, 1, hit play.
Let me tell you, The chaos of group watch, because we don't have it synced. We're not doing any of the high tech, like doing a watch party. I saw
Which
how
you
Amazon
can do that.
Like you can do this in an orderly,
We shouldn't be doing that.
in a decent way. No. We just
3, 2, 1, hit play.
and then people, you can't pause.
Yeah, you just gotta go.
You just gotta go. Watching it. Wow. So that's really entertaining. So for several of these remaining episodes, we did that, and it was a lot of fun. And it means that our notes are not as thorough.
They're somewhere in the depths of our text messages. Okay, so this note, I remember this vividly because it pissed me the fuck off.
Okay. Share everything.
Susanna filled her own stocking because her stupid ass husband wouldn't do it for her. That shit. No, I have no patience.
No. Yeah.
I have no patience for that
You gotta
bullshit.
say it in your voice.
Sorry, normalize overactive bladders. Sorry, I had to go pee. Normalize overactive bladders. Okay.
Normalize needing to pee.
Yes.
Healthy.
The first note that I have for episode 6 is when Sky says, "I feel happy and not in a pharmaceutically induced way."
Yes, it's shit miss.
Said,
Yeah, and that was okay. Got you. Now I know where we're at. Yeah. What? What did I do?
And then
I tried the rosé.
my next one is
Well,
about
me.
Jeremiah's forearms.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
Okay.
It's pretty dry. Anything.
Yeah, Sky. Yes, love that they stuck up with their mom, and then Julia out there trying to bail out and run from her pain. And Julia's trying to run, get in the car. Oh, I'll see you in Detroit, Chicago, wherever it was. And Sky, they're like, oh, but wait, we have to do this. Susanna filling her own stocking, yes, because Alex Whitten on shipments, absolutely not. Relationships are work.
Is that her husband's name?
Adam.
Adam. Did I put Alex? My bad. I can't keep thinking about the red, white, royal blue. Coming soon
what
to
it was.
coming soon to podcast here. Sky. Then, now I'm missing times. My brain can't do it. Sky said, "You had the biggest heart, and it sucks to see you close it off immediately because of the past. It happens so much. Unfortunately, I get it.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Where you
Cool.
closed your heart off?
Yeah.
Where you just put yourself in a little fort.
I
No
purpose.
walls and
I
bars
purpose.
on your windows and bars on your heart.
I see where that's going.
Deliberately aggressive.
Okay, Tim. Well, me.
Here, Tim McCraw.
Yeah, I don't have a relationship with my family really because I purposely put the walls up just because we don't really have much in common. But I mean, yeah, I could easily make a phone call, a text message, go see him on a holiday.
But
Yeah.
there would be terms and conditions. It would feel conditional.
But I've closed it off because it's in the past, and then I overly work myself. I work out. I hang out with people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Never feel the pain of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would never do something.
I would
Let me go ahead and lay down.
I don't know what that feels like.
I would never avoid my feelings by
What?
overexerting myself.
Is that a 3 thing?
Never.
I think that's a human thing.
I
Oh.
think that's just.
And then because then when you do finally crack and you blow up, you can say, "Oh, it's because I've been working too hard."
I'm
It's
stressed.
a very easy thing. You
Look
can
at
just be
all
like,
this-
"I'm super stressed this week."
Look at
That's
all
why
this
I'm
stress
so
I
sad.
have.
That's why I can't stop crying.
Not at all, because
It's not
my
the deeper
family's
thing.
broken my heart.
Yeah.
It's
That was
not-
so long ago though. It's actually probably kind of sad, but
It's
is it bad? I don't have that mean. I've already.
there's
It's
parts
been
of
that. How did I put
you who
it?
help you cope
Close
in
it
that
off?
way, and the parts are like, hey, that's not ever going to happen again. And so there's some protection and there's some wisdom in parts who do that. And sometimes that's kind of how it needs to be, and sometimes it's something you want to reevaluate later. But that's not always the case for a lot of. I mean, I'm a big proponent of talking about how family is not always the most wonderful thing. And I have a lot of, I work with a lot of folks who have had a lot of abusive families, and it's very important that we normalize that, like, some
Very
families,
important.
it's important to have chosen family. Like, some families, you don't have to just go to the holidays with them because they're your family.
You don't
Yeah.
owe them anything.
Yeah, you don't owe them anything if you feel unsafe. If they're harming you or they have been harmful, we can have healthy boundaries
Yeah.
that feel congruent. So,
Congruent.
yes.
And then
So
they go in the
that's-
house, right? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, that's a little different. Oh, Sky. Well, no, Sky's talking about Julia and Susanna. Here, you have the biggest heart, and it sucks to see you close it off because of the past.
yeah.
Sky's talking about Julia and Susanna because
Yeah.
it hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear. This is the episode where they kind of break it down more, the relationship between Julia and Susanna, and that was interesting. I did not see that coming.
The shit miss?
Well, not necessarily the ship miss, but just that like they were half sisters, and Susanna was the beloved younger, half sister.
Yeah.
And I kind of saw more of Julia's perspective. I was like, oh, yeah, that would really hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, no reason to behave badly, but ouch.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
The trauma.
Then they go inside and they start party planning, right?
Yeah. They're
'Cause
starting.
My note was in agreement of the power nap. I appreciated that Belly was like,
While they're getting ready,
Yeah.
Taylor says, I don't want to talk about Conrad.
yes,
Same girl.
I also do not.
Me too.
I would rather not.
Wait, are y'all power
And then,
nappers?
Belly puts the roller skates. I cannot nap. I cannot do it.
Cannot nap. Okay.
What?
I wake up grumpy.
I will occasionally, like Saturday afternoon after dance, I will take a nap, but
I'm
it's
no.
feeling
pretty rare.
really not good if I
Yeah.
nap. If I allow myself to nap, I'm either sick or I'm
Yeah.
very depressed.
I nap religiously.
I love naps.
Yeah.
If I have 10 minutes,
I can't do
I'll
it.
nap.
If they ever heard the thing, if you nap for every 20 minutes for 4 hours, you never have to go to sleep. You never
I'm
heard
not-
That's
that.
not true.
I shan't be doing that.
I'm not over
triple.
here power napping to live my life. I'm just saying what I'll do is I'll set my alarm on my phone for 25 minutes because I can fall
There is a
I can
science.
fall asleep really quick.
So there is a science to the length of your nap. There's lots of charts and
Yeah,
graphs.
20 minutes.
So it needs to be
20 minutes max.
Either like you fall very lightly asleep, or it needs to be a full sleep cycle,
Yeah.
or like a partial sleep cycle. There's like a science.
I feel great when I wake up at a 20-minute nap.
Oh Lord, no.
I like
That's
to power
my
nap.
issue. Is if I'm in a nap, it has to be like I gotta
Like
I
3
have to commit to
hours,
3 hours,
an hour
or
and a
I
half.
it
Oh.
cannot be a 20-minute nap, or I wake up
Okay.
pissed. I'm grumpy. I'm sweaty. Like the whole. I just do not. I can't do it. I wake
Really?
up very confused.
Oh, that's terrible. What
Yeah, I
time
can't do
you
that.
usually go to bed?
I prefer to be in bed by 9:30.
Me
Yeah,
too.
that's totally gonna happen
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yep.
Cannot wait.
9:30, you'll be in your bed at
For sure.
9:30.
All tucked in.
Yeah,
We'll be on episode 7 at 9:30.
It's 8:30. No. We're gonna speed this up for our listeners and for Savannah to get to bed. But yeah, if you cannot nap, and if your
Yeah.
life is busy, you genuinely cannot afford to go to
Yeah.
bed late.
Yeah.
Because like you're not gonna be able to get a little cat nap in the middle of the afternoon. You're gonna have to figure something out.
Well, and the boys wake up.
Oh.
Well, they sleep in, but the boys wake up. My oldest is usually up around 7 or so.
Okay,
he
that's not
does
bad.
like to sit in his bed for a little while.
Aw.
I'll hear him around 7, but he does not want me to come into his room until like 7:30 because he
Same.
wants to
Same.
just like sit in his bed. He'll set up all of he sleeps with like 95 stuffed animals, and so he'll set them all up in like a circle. They have like a meeting.
They have a morning huddle. That's
Talk.
cute.
They do. Yeah, they have like a little board meeting, and then my
so
youngest,
good.
I had to wake him up this past weekend, or not this past weekend, the weekend before. I had to go get him at 8:30, and he was still like face down, just dead asleep. And I was like, buddy, you gotta wake up.
He really sleeps that heavy.
He will sleep so heavy, and when
Good boy.
I don't know if this is just a baby thing or if it's just my babies or what it is, but I was like, hey buddy, like trying to
Wake him
I
up
didn't wanna
gently?
scare him, but I was like, hey buddy, so I'm like trying to rub his back, and he's lightly snoring, and I'm like, I touched his neck, and he like opened, and then he gets right up, like he pushes himself up, and he gets up, and then he like reaches up to me, and I'm like, you can take 1 second to take a breath, to like blink or rub your eyes or something. He's like, sorry, I'm up.
I'm awake. He just turned
Get
one.
me out. He
That's
did, yeah.
sweet.
So he's
Yes.
like, and his hands are like shaking because he's still trying to wake up, but he's trying to respond as quick as he can.
hey, you're good.
And I was like, it's really fine. You can take a minute. I'll wait. I'll wait right here.
You're not in
while you
trouble.
wake up. Yeah, I'm not trying to scare you.
That's sweet.
So that's why I'm like, I
cute.
don't want to wake him up because I don't want to scare him.
Aw, that makes
I also
my
don't want to
heart
wake him up because I like it when they sleep.
Oh my god! When I wake up my nanny
So I get
baby,
scared.
It was the happiest moment of my life.
Yes.
It was just so sweet.
They're so sweet when they wake up. God, the morning is my very favorite. And my partner is always like, I'll get up with him. Like, I don't care if I get up with him. And I was like, no, don't take mornings away from me.
No, it's so
I
cute.
love
Stop
the
it.
mornings. And I'm already up anyway. I mean, usually wake up about 6:30 anyway. So
Yeah.
I like having
Don't
the
take
mornings.
the mornings away from me.
I love it. When it's the sleeping until 10, that I'm like, right, maybe get up.
Yeah. So like, maybe you're not
I
gonna
need
sleep
you up by
tonight.
like 8:30, but
Sure.
But please don't get up with the boys. I would like to do that because they do. I like to sit on the couch and watch Cars and drink coffee.
Oh yeah. Amazing.
It's really nice.
Gotta watch Cars.
That's
And
right.
don't take the coffee cup in the bathroom.
Listen.
It's a rule.
A morning bowel meditation.
Oh my god. So they went to power nap, and then only Stephen and Conrad was left after they all went and left to nap. Stephen called Conrad out on his emotional shit. I loved it because he basically called Conrad out for being a roller coaster person and never being chill and mellow in the middle. I loved that.
Ooh.
I made sure to make a big note of that. And I was like, that's right.
Well,
Roller coaster emotions.
Good buddies.
Then,
No notes. I have no notes.
yeah.
No notes.
Jer saying,
Perfect. I wrote it
couple
down,
minutes
don't
ahead,
worry.
Jer saying, you know, these places that always end up in your dreams. Okay, so they went and napped, cool. Then they went outside. Somehow it was, I think they woke up, went outside, they panned down to the pool. And then Jer says, you know, these places that always ends up in your dreams because in your subconscious is a safe space. This is what the house means to me. This is what the house is for me.
It's a safe
What and where is your safe space, ladies? Do you have a safe space? Because clearly Jeremiah feels okay
Yeah.
at that house.
Well, I would love to talk about safe spaces because I do this guided imagery a lot with myself, and in my own healing work and with my clients. So I have a very elaborate one that I like a guided imagery. It's
Anna
based-
has a mind palace.
yes, and this is y'all for context.
Is it full of rugs?
Always
And
It's
beautiful
an English
artwork around
cottage.
it?
Yes.
It is an absolutely beautiful space. Yes, but I do internal family systems work with my clients, and I have my own daily parts meditation practice for myself, and so I do have a very elaborate safe space that
That you take yourself there when you need a break. Yeah, when you need a daily break.
But in like a holistic way, not like in a dissociated way. But I mean, I have parts who help me do that too for safety. But
You have the littlest feet.
you know, they're a size 8 though.
Oh, wow.
They're not that little.
Oh, heavens.
They're pretty average.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Close as girls.
That's
But yes, that's my.
a
my
small
safe-
foot. Sorry.
My darling safe space. It's kind of in the mountains. There's a creek. There's a beautiful rock, and then there's my English cottage. And
A
there's
rock.
lots of little spaces. The rock is very important. It's got moss on it. So that's that. But it like in real life, and this place is based in real life, but in real life, the ocean, absolutely, with my whole heart.
I was thinking, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaylee, go ahead.
I don't have a mind palace. I don't like spend a lot of time in my
That's okay
Palace.
too.
I don't spend time in my brain. It's scary in there.
It wouldn't be if you had a safe space. A safe space helps with the scary. No, I get it. I get that.
I don't know. I agree. I do love the water. I love the ocean.
Yes.
I would probably say our dance studio is a safe space.
Aww.
It makes me feel good.
Yeah, good workout for sure.
Yeah.
If I can get out on the floor and shake my ass in a terrible manner, I'm pretty
Yeah.
safe to me.
Yeah. And
But-
I don't ever feel like judged or embarrassed there. So
Yeah, because you can fully see yourself and other people dancing around. So
Yeah.
that's good workout stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
And there's the euphoria of shared exercise.
Yeah.
Like happiness.
Yeah.
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 It does add to the energy.
I have a lot of just like areas, I guess. Nothing in my head, but I do really love to go to the park over here and walk. Not currently because there's a lot of construction happening,
Close to
but
the water.
yes, but I'll do that and I'll just put the
where we filmed
AirPods
our-
in. Yes,
where we
and I'll do
filmed our
that.
pod.
Yes,
Our,
and just do a
our
little walking.
TikTok.
Yeah, but I would say if I had to pick a space,
Don't look at me.
I
it
am
would
looking
be
at you.
like an actual place. It would probably be the beach. Yes, the beach that my family goes to every year is sweet, and ever since I started bringing my partner, it's been really, really sweet. But honestly, my in-laws' house
Oh, that's
is
beautiful.
probably the best. Yeah, I could
What a
cry
gift
thinking
to
about how
have
much I love
good
them. Yeah,
in-laws.
they're wonderful. They're wonderful people.
Yeah.
I have always just felt very myself when
Yeah.
I go to my in-laws. Like I don't ever have to worry about having to put on because like
No anxiety.
for all of my life I've been the oldest daughter, so I've had to put on a show. I've had to make sure that everybody else is taken care of. I've had to make sure that I'm not saying the wrong thing so that I'm not
Yeah.
inflaming something over here. I have
Managing
to keep
everyone's
everything very
emotions.
Yeah.
neutral. I can't ever get excited about anything because I just have to stay very neutral. But I don't have to do that when I'm at their house
You're able
because
to just be you.
I'm able to allow myself to be taken care of, and that's scary, but it's
that's
nice.
me on vacation.
Yeah.
When we go to
Well, we
Disney,
just drag
y'all
it
are gonna
along.
handle it. We're
Yeah.
gonna drink and
Disney
remind her about
actually
food.
is a good one. Another
Yeah.
Yeah.
strong safe space for
Aw,
me. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Because I get to just be a kid, and I never got to do that. Like I never got to just be the kid that does what she wants to do. So when I go to Disney,
Yeah.
I get to make my itinerary and do what I want to do. and be a
Maybe
kid.
that's like beautiful inner
Yeah.
child
Yeah.
healing too.
I like
to go
that.
Yeah.
play at Disney because it is You do have to be like an adult and plan it, but then the actual doing of it is super playful.
You can wear. People aren't going to look at you weird if you wear ears. People are doing that, so you get to
I love
do
the
that.
ears.
You get to wear ears. I bought when we went. I bought the 50th anniversary ears that
Beautiful
have like all
ones.
the gold on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
And you get to
sweet.
meet like, gosh, and I sometimes feel a little bit weird when I meet like the princess characters because I'm like, you're probably my age or younger. I'm like,
I know.
Hell no. Take a photo. Yeah.
but I do. But that's the thing.
they're
It's like
so
if they're walking
happy.
by and there's not a long line, I'm like, why not? Let's just go
Yeah.
take a photo.
And it's yeah, they
it's
always
sweet.
call you princess.
They do. They're so sweet to you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yes.
they say,
That
"Hi,
feels like a
princess."
spoiler.
Princess. Yes.
You've never been?
No, I've never been.
In
And
her
they
life,
will
she's
if you
never
have
been.
like
Oh,
if you
the first time
bring
button. Yeah. I
you
remember
bring
that.
your partner like when I had mine with me and they're like, is this your Prince Charming? Like where did you all meet? Like did you meet
We
at the
gotta
ball?
go.
Like they will
Oh my
ask about like did
I'll
you meet
never
at the
f-
ball
we
when
gotta
I
go.
met so and so? This
We're
is
going.
like Ariel. Well, when I met Prince Eric and like she'll walk through that and she'll be like she'll ask you questions like Ariel in particular will ask you questions like about the water.
Yeah.
Like they're so good.
They're fully on stage.
Yes,
They're
they're so
in
good.
character and they do not break character.
Yes, you feel lovely.
Wow.
Yeah.
You do.
The inner child.
Yeah. It's
you
sweet.
feel safe because they put a lot of work into ensuring that you feel very safe.
They tell you to have a magical day all the time. At all times, they're telling you to have a magical day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
And
you've
it's lovely.
invested in that.
Yeah,
I sure
yeah.
hope you have a magical day.
And they're all trained to work with all types of abilities of people. So, like,
So good.
it's just beautiful
good.
to
It's so
watch.
good.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Y'all did good. That was good.
Yeah.
None of y'all said
Anyway, so then Jeremiah caught Belly while she
Right.
well, she fell down at the party.
where.
Oh, wait. Are we at the party?
Where
I
are
have
you
no
at?
idea where we are, honestly.
Wait, this is the delicate episode, right?
Hi, baby.
Um,
I literally went from I don't want to talk about Conrad to the scene.
Okay.
Oh.
I have limited notes on this one.
Well, I hated how they
Brandon might have to carry the team then.
Oh, well, no, because she just pushes him in the pool, and I keep my phone in my back pocket all times. I'm like, does no one is these are unsafe electronic practices. Oh, and Kaylee, they had no bottled water, and then
So I have a question. This is not. Is this the delicate? Where are we?
this is the delicate part.
Okay.
Because
this is.
they almost
I just want to
had-
make sure that we talk about delicate
Yeah.
demonstration.
There
Which
is a
is
pool.
Jenny Hahn's.
I have my delicate bracelet on.
Good.
Yes.
Thank you. It is
They
Jenny
were-
Hahn's favorite
They
Taylor
were
Swift song.
yes. Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh.
Yes, there's a TikTok where she says it's her favorite Taylor Swift song, which makes me think that she's Jeremiah girly.
Yeah, I had a good moment because then they were almost at the handhold moment. Remember, they were floating on the raft. Yeah, they were floating on the raft. Remember, they got in the car and they hold hands at the very end of the episode of season 2. And she was like, Jared was like, "Oh, I've been looking forward to this." They were about to hold hands in the
You
pool,
don't have
floating
to
on the
be
raft when they
jealous,
walked
but
out
you
because
don't have to be
because Conrad.
In Conrad. He's like, you want to go to Party City?
Yeah. Oh, Belly. Okay, and then
Oh,
I want to go to Party
Yes.
City.
Oh no, is this when they buy alcohol too?
and then here
try.
comes yeah.
When they try to buy alcohol.
Here comes Milo. Steven's there. He gets so jelly because he grabs her phone, hangs up on him. Moving along. The boys are all turned down with their fakes. Did
Yes.
y'all ever have a fake ID?
No.
Yes, I did.
You did?
You did?
She was in a sorority.
Savannah, can you breathe?
I can.
Only
I'm very good at this,
mildly
actually.
covered. She's
Yeah.
tucked in now.
I'm good. Yeah,
you had a fake
I did.
ID, really?
I did. I had 2 actually.
Oh wow!
Amazing. Who was?
Oh,
So was
heavens.
it your
I mean,
name?
it was a copy of the same one, so I just had a backup.
Oh,
Wait,
I
it
left
was-
it.
did you pay for that?
Like $50.
So it was your
Nothing crazy.
name. It wasn't like another person with that birthday.
It was me. It was my face, my name,
Oh wow!
all the
See,
stuff.
If I,
I never
had a
had
fake
one.
ID, I would want it to be like Carmen San Diego.
Oh, you want
Like,
an alias?
Yes, I want like this to be my alter ego.
Yes, you want
And
a
then
big
I want to
alias.
dress up as her. I mean, I'm 31 to be clear. I'm
Yeah.
10 years past this.
Old woman.
15 years past this. I think it would be really fun though. But it is so cute to
Mm-hmm.
see them just really invested
Yeah.
in.
That sounds kind of fun. Can we do fake IDs for no reason? That sounds fun.
I still have mine.
Yeah.
I still have mine. It's probably
Yeah.
expired by now. I'm sure it says on like the license
I
that
never
it's
had
expired,
one. That
but
sounds fun.
I used it exclusively at the bars on campus.
I know
They-
exactly which one.
That was the only ones that I was like, well, where else am I going to go?
Yeah. My partner is 3 years older than I am, so he just bought
okay.
it for me.
So rude.
And then, so they all had the fake IDs. Conrad and Jeremiah got turned down. Then Belle's like, I could do this. And walks in there,
Good
says
job.
a sad story, got the alcohol, motors out. Cool. They're loading it up. And she had the drinks. And of course, this is where it gets kind of like smutty to me. I don't even know what that word means. Billy got Jared the half cherry, half Coke. And he was all like, oh, cute. She knows my order. And then Conrad's like, I like that. And then he drank out of her drink, but then looked at her when he did it. Moving along, Cam and Sky, they're in Cam's bedroom. Cam looking forward to seeing his mom every day. And then that's when we find out
Aw,
that
that was sweet.
that's why he didn't do the whale summer gig, was because he wanted to spend time with his
he
mom.
wanted
The
to
last
go with his
summer.
mom.
It was the last summer with his mom.
His mama.
Oh my god, that's so good.
You're
Okay, I
actually
think
Team
that
Cam Cameron.
I
Are you
think I
caught up
only
now?
have like half of my notes on here and,
the other-
half
yeah.
of them in the text, but I do remember saying,
Yes.
I hope that my boys
We
want to hang
find
out
out
with
that
me.
Cam, love it.
we can have spontaneous.
Yes. And then
Party City.
they moved to Party City. This is Party City's
God, the Party
sponsorship
City.
ad to stay relevant. What teams are going to Party City? And then Conrad and Belle end up flirting in the Party City aisle. Ew, gross. And she brings up the funeral. Okay, here we go. So she apologized on how she acted at the funeral.
She did nothing wrong. I believe that she did nothing wrong. At the
Well,
funeral.
she just threw that gauntlet down,
She
didn't
fell
she?
down the stairs. She fell down the stairs, didn't she?
And she was embarrassed and upset.
She did.
She
nothing
walked
wrong.
in on Conrad having a
She
sweet...
ran. I'm trying to remember what happened.
She's a teen girl.
They yelled at each other, and then I think she tried to run away, but
Yeah,
she tripped
and then
and
she-
fell.
Yes. But before
Yeah.
that, we come to find out is because he actually had a panic attack.
Yeah.
So...
Yes.
And it was the
But,
girl
You know
that was
how
there.
easy it is to explain that to somebody? Hey, I have an issue with panic attacks, and I was having one during the funeral.
Damn, Kaylee.
Yeah.
Speaking as someone who has panic attacks,
Oh.
who has had a panic attack at a funeral before.
It takes courage.
You know how?
to say.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you just have to tell someone, hey, like,
Wasn't
I
feeling
was not
good.
okay.
I'm having
Okay.
a panic attack. I need to be away from
I'm
this.
having a
Yeah.
panini.
I'm having
I'm
a little minty
unwell.
me.
I needed some support.
Got
I'm
you.
so sorry. Like it's no, not even
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's just like I'm sorry that you're hurt, but I didn't
Yeah.
get a dog's ass in your face.
Yep.
So sorry. Their dad needs to come home to take.
Yeah. And then Jeremiah walks
But
up.
I
They're in
like
the Party
it.
City aisle still flirting. They were talking about the... she's like a cat.
I love it.
They were talking about the funeral. They moved on. Jeremiah walks up. He looks really good in that pattern button down. And then moving right along, Belle's first kiss with Cam was... okay, so they're at... Sky was wondering how they would have their first kiss.
Guy was like, oh, what do you do? What is kissing? Do you just stick your tongue in there all at once?
Yeah.
And then Taylor was so sweet. Taylor was like,
Yeah, Belle, how was your first kiss like? And then she described it. She says, first kiss with Cam was sweet, which, not shocking. With Conrad, I blacked out, which, I mean, if you're in love with someone for your entire teens, then I would assume that. And then...
can attest, having been in a similar situation, similar in that.
Did you black
I lived
out?
in for a long time. And then we kissed. No, I did not black out. I remember every moment viscerally. Like, so I don't know. I think that that's
Every
a bad
moment
sign.
viscerally.
I think that is maybe, I don't know. That's just
I
my
also
hot take.
remember every minute
Yeah.
of my first kiss with my first love.
Like,
so,
I could describe it in great detail.
First kiss with first love
maybe
or
that's
first
a
kiss
red
period?
flag.
first kiss. Well, I remember my first kiss, but that one sucked. My
But
first
first
kiss.
kiss
My
your
first
first
kiss was
love.
my first love. I remember.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's very important.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just a hot take there. But with Jer, sorry, I'm reading your notes.
Oh, no, you're good. I was trying to think of my first kiss, but when I first kissed a woman... not this... Yeah, well, she was the deacon's daughter of a church, and I was like, oh.
Oh.
Was that
Yeah.
fun?
Oh.
It was my way of staying hidden in the church. I just dated everyone's daughter.
Yeah.
But I remember first kiss with a guy that set my loins afire.
Oh, did it?
Data.
It'll do that.
Data.
That's data.
That's data.
I knew it. I remember it. I was
Can
like, "Ooh, I
confirm."
felt things.
So
Yeah.
loins of fire. That's
Loins of fire.
desired
That
effect.
is sexual attraction,
That
my
is-
friend.
My scrotum skated.
No.
It's just flapping.
God.
It's flapping.
It's clapping.
Scrotum shan't be skating.
Shan't be skating.
I don't
It
know
was my
what
first.
scrotum
I don't know
is
why.
supposed to do, but it's not
It's
skating.
not skating.
I saw the note with the emoji at the
Stay
skate,
here.
and I thought
Stay right
skating,
here.
scrotum skating. What is a labia?
Trailer
Labia
pitches
laughing.
in, just stay.
It's a laughing labia.
Flapping in the wind.
Laughing labia and a
It flaps.
skating scrotum. Anyways, moving on.
I'm so sorry.
But you know, the sad thing is too when I kissed him too, and I was like, oh my god, what am I doing in my life? I felt like immediate shame.
Were you out?
Well, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
that's-
out to yourself at that point? Like,
Yeah.
You're just a guy. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a long
It's
life.
been a minute. But okay, so you felt
Long
lots of different things. You felt lots of different things
yes.
with that kiss. But
Yep.
overall, you were definitely around.
I was definitely gay.
Beautiful.
But with Jared,
said, "Well,
and then
there it is."
Yep.
Oh, can confirm.
Yep.
Which we're thrilled about.
Yes.
We love you.
And think about it. Think about the people that go through life and never get to experience that.
I know.
And then they end up marrying someone, and then they just finally think, "Oh, I'm 42. Okay, let me just go ahead and get a divorce because
I guess I
I
just
really
don't
want to be
like
happy
sex.
now."
Yeah.
Like it's just sad that we're in a world still where we just can't be who we want to be.
I know.
I know. We invite y'all to be who you want to be.
correct.
We need safe spaces.
Yeah.
Email us.
Email.
We have some spaces.
And then she was like, "But with Jared, I thought it was really weird since we were really friends for so long, but it was really, really hot."
It was
And her
super
face.
fucking hot.
Yeah, you
Her
could tell.
face whenever
Her eyes
she-
like went back into her head, like
She was like, that was hot.
I mean,
She-
it was
And we all watched it.
in the
It
was
sure
hot.
in the pool. Her legs were around his waist. Excuse
hot.
me, ma'am.
yeah.
A child.
Seriously.
She knew exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
In the water.
Yep.
everything was
Without a
flat.
bottled water.
Without a bottle of water.
Ugh.
I like your note. What was y'all's first kiss like?
We just went over that.
Well, I mean, we just went over what
it's like.
Yeah. Was your
Gotcha.
first with A?
Yeah.
Aww.
Your first kiss.
That's so sweet.
Hold up. Your first kiss has been the same kiss your entire life. Kaylee, come here. Let me kiss you. I'm dead serious. Do you think you mind?
You're not gonna like it.
I won't, but you need to kiss another man.
right, but-
Can we do this right here, right now? I will. I kiss Leslie all the time. You've really only kissed one person your entire life?
Also, is Leslie okay with having your nails?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked
I do it in public. I don't fucking care. Really?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
I know the levels from Hopeless Romantic and I were like, oh, and Sad's over there getting eaten by dogs. And then I'm just
That's I
two
preferred.
of them.
They know.
Preferred.
They
Wow.
know.
I didn't know that.
I don't mind it.
Yep. My first everything.
That's so good.
First.
I love that though.
We love it.
I just feel like I'm a lip floozy now because I'm over here just kissing anyone. But then,
No, I don't think it's
but it
bad.
involves
That's
anything
just-
below the South Equator. I'm like, nay, sir.
I definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
the problem is that like
Nope, no travel. Closed for the season.
we, you know,
Goodbye.
we were dating in the church and all the things.
It always
so
is
it
about the
wasn't-
church.
Yeah. So there was not a lot of kissing going on.
Yeah.
There was kissing going on in the church I was at. The Pentecostal,
Well.
we played with the snakes. Oh, we did. We
For-
played with the snakes.
yeah.
You were not playing with snakes. Ain't no way.
Y'all Google snake handling in churches, and then Google that actor with his dong hanging out,
Taylor's a car for
and then
us.
compare
Yes.
them.
Number one
Season
fan of this
4 man.
podcast.
It was episode all.
Love you forever, sir.
If you email us, I'll email them back the photo.
No. Oh my god.
If it's a smut
No, we
podcast.
won't.
Nothing, just the photo.
Okay.
Y'all email us and just request the photo. We will gladly.
Yes.
give it away. We will put. Some
We are
kind of legal
adults
disclaimer.
here.
We'll send a legal disclaimer of some sort.
Correct.
but We'll say we're not liable for anything.
Correct,
This
absolutely.
process.
Alrighty, we're wrapping this up. Belle DeJair, it's hard to explain. Okay, so wrapping this up, she said it's hard to explain snakes in church. We were playing with snakes. It's hard to explain. Y'all really, the Pentecostal, we really didn't play with snakes, but when you felt like dancing in the Pentecostal, you just danced around. If you wanted to flip your shoes off, you threw them across because the Lord told you to. Yeah, if you wanted to wave your hands, wave your hands. If you wanted to fall
It's
out in
hand
the spirit,
clapping,
you
sure.
fell
Yeah.
out.
We were
Yeah.
deeply repressed in my religious tradition,
Yeah.
and so no, we did not.
Old men hit me on the head all the time trying to get me to fall out in the
some
spirit.
people did do some
All
laps
the time.
around
They'd be
the
like, oh,
church.
shove it off. And I'm just like,
Shabba,
yeah. And I'm just like getting hit in the forehead over and over again. Not by snakes, by
I
old
do-
men. Yeah.
Okay.
I was one time
No worries.
briefly in a cult, and
You were.
yeah, and a lot of people in this cult try to speak spoken
Pray.
tongues.
Yeah.
And for-
That was all around me for 8
so the
years.
first time,
Shama Hamala.
so
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, I grew up Methodist, and there wasn't a lot of that. going
No,
on.
there sure wasn't. Not in a Methodist
There wasn't
church.
a lot of that. Oh, Belly.
And so when I was in this
You just fling your wrist a lot.
briefly, I talk with my hands. I can't help it.
I know. I can't. Jonathan will
when
hold my hand down sometimes and I can't talk.
When I was briefly in this cult, the first time I saw someone speaking in tongues, I started crying. I was like,
Wait, crying,
I
scared?
was terrified. I was like, what the fuck is
that's
happening?
fair.
Oh.
If you grow up around it, it's not
Yeah.
scary. But yeah, it would be scary if you grew up
I
Methodist.
was like, are they having an episode?
it seems like a psychotic break.
It does. I was like,
know,
It just
This
kind of, I got
person-
used to it.
you know,
Yeah.
honestly, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
don't join cults, people. It's not cool.
I
not
do.
cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Wrapping up,
Got it.
she's in the roller skate outfit. We love that. Love the roller skating. Loved all that. Then, ladies, attention. All 1, 2, 3 eyes on me. You're welcome. Belle falling into Jeremiah's arms. And what happened? Who wants to take it away?
You don't have to hurt yourself to get my attention. The shell of the ear, the shell of
the shell of the ear, the shell of the ear. This was perhaps the hottest thing I've ever seen on television.
It was raspy.
Belly,
You don't have to hurt yourself to get my
attention.
That was hot.
hot.
Gavin, you
hot,
have an
hot.
illustrious career ahead of
My
you.
my
And
scrotum
you want to-
skated.
Your scrotum started.
My scrotum and your labias started laughing.
My labias were flapping. They were flapping in the breeze.
In the breeze. It was that labia flapping.
Yeah, that's what labias do right there.
Never mind.
I don't want to know. I feel like I need a diagram of the women's anatomy.
You know what it looks like, right?
A little bit of sex.
I really don't.
Honey.
I've
You have
never.
abstinence only sex ed.
I was with
I've
guys
sex
in a trailer.
So y'all didn't talk about labia?
I don't
we didn't
remember.
talk, we didn't talk about labia in
Didn't
our
care.
sex ed.
This was a.
I don't think that I knew labia was like a word.
I didn't learn it
high
until-
school, honestly. I
email
really
us
don't.
scrotum and labia
I
count.
didn't learn the word labia until I took
Not where you
Yeah.
went.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I took the undergrad version of human sexuality, and that's when I learned all the names of the parts.
Oh,
You know what I did?
Damn.
You know what was really fun is you can grow up in a cult, you can grow up with limited access to stuff, but then you have a TV where you do your homeschooling stuff, and then you get a piece of aluminum foil, and it starts to function as an antenna.
And then you put it in
so-
your closet.
And so you put it. I've told you this. So you put it into your closet, literally in the closet, and then you put the aluminum foil on there, and then every night between the hours of 11 p.m. and 12 a.m.
Sex
on
in the
to about 1 a.m.
City.
Sex in the City. I saw every episode of Sex in the City by the time I was 13. Fucking 13.
Oh.
Every night.
That's how you
Yeah.
learned about sex was Sex in the City.
My sex ed was fucking in Sex in the City. And you know what?
And although Samantha's like 250 partners, however many she has over the course of the series.
I lived a very deeply religious, shame-filled, fundamentalist existence,
So much
and then
orange.
just enjoyed some Sex and the
Yep.
City.
Yeah.
So
Ned figured out.
I
That's
did
so
learn
good.
about labia.
Did
I
learn.
don't know that I knew
Yeah.
what was going on there, but I did in fact learn about
Cute.
them.
Okay, so really
Learned that I
fast.
had them.
Yeah.
Are y'all looking at my notes?
Yeah.
So they go back in this group tequila shots. No matter how many. Okay, and then Jeremiah goes, no matter how much time passes or how far apart we are, always going to love you guys.
Aww.
Okay, I put a winky face emoji in there because of one reason.
Us.
No, we're gonna do
said
it.
no.
We're gonna do a tequila shot right here, right now.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. She's got tequila already planned it out.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing that.
Savannah, please, you have to do it
I
for
will
the.
take a sip of tequila.
Okay,
I will
fine.
not be taking a shot.
Tequila.
No, we're getting yours, bitch.
Oh, I have so much tequila. Wait. Okay.
It's a Tuesday night.
Yes, it is. Should we just sip from the bottle? Can we borrow this?
We can sip from the
Community
bottle.
shot.
Look, we can sip from the bottle.
Bottle.
Listen, we are old.
You have to put at least a little in your mouth.
I
Savannah.
said I
Okay,
would. I
I'll
said
put
Okay.
a little
sip.
in my mouth. That's
Okay, here we
And
go.
you'll be able to tell.
That's
'cause
what-
I'll
We're doing it for
vomit.
Jeremiah, and we're gonna use the quote. I thought about this while driving down the road. Well, my
Okay.
Telluride was driving. We're
Okay.
taking a bottle of tequila. We're passing it around. Ready?
Wait, I'm not.
I'll hold your
I'm not
microphone,
listening.
baby.
And you have to say a
Thank you so
quote.
Okay, wait, what are we saying?
No, the quote. We're taking.
Okay,
we're supposed to do
then
this
you
together.
shot.
No matter how much time passes or how far apart we are, always going to love you guys. This is our moment.
Cute.
Cheers.
Fine, I'll have a tea with us here.
Ooh, you did it too, didn't you?
Oh God, I'm so scared.
No lime.
Fuck.
We have no lime. Fuck. Our
It's
rosé
burning.
is our chaser.
It's burning. Yeah, Rosé chaser. Did you put it in your mouth, Savannah? Did you put it in your mouth? Yep, that face. All the dogs can't have it. Ooh.
God.
Pass it back. little.
Feel that in the chest.
Yep.
It's in my chest.
Oh heavens, Savannah, you're red. My God, honey, you barely licked the lid, and you're over there about to pass out.
I also have 400 degrees
Yeah.
on the top of my body right
That's
now.
valid. But yeah, no. When I watched that back driving down the road, I was like, we should do a tequila shot together. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about we should do a tequila shot together and then say the quote because I thought it was a good quote for us.
Always going.
I'm sad this is our last episode or our last season. Well,
This is not the last you'll hear of Brandon and Savannah, you all.
I just love the time we spent together. I won't cry. It's the tequila
Yeah, we're not gonna be
talking.
friends after this.
I'll
Wow.
never see you again.
It's because I'm gay, isn't it?
We have like 3 more
Until
sets
the
of
3
plans
plans
this week.
that we have
I'll see you on Thursday and on Friday
on Sunday.
and on
The
Sunday.
tequila's burning. We're about to do another round.
No way.
Ain't no way.
But okay, arms, tequila, Cameron, cool. Okay, Cam looks so good. Okay, they're gonna sit down. Sky asking Cam to kiss. I thought it was cute. Like they got really awkward. It was good acting. I thought. I liked it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
that
I
was
thought
really sweet.
Kim Cameron looked really good. Then we move along. Steven and Taylor, they're about to do their Miley Cyrus dance scene.
It's a party in the USA.
Steven leveled up.
Yeah.
He leveled up. I looked at him and I was like, damn, that was kind of hot. You know?
I thought it was hot too.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yes,
do I feel attracted
my
to Steven?
labia-
So we were already your labia were just flapping. So we were already attracted to him, but that like didn't like that was so confident.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was the confidence. That's what it was. And it was the fact that he knew
that
she
tracksuit.
would love it. He was like, I put this on here for you. I know you have it. And then she had a whole routine and he knew the routine. And he did the routine with her.
The
Yep.
routine from when they were
Yep.
little,
Yes.
from when Belly.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we go from
So
like
cute.
from the dance to the fight scene with Milo. That was also so fucking hot.
I couldn't-
Rewatching
I couldn't
it.
take Milo was like standing like this. the
And
whole
when he did that
time.
Steven.
spin,
Yeah.
The way
he did
Steven
a
like
spin
threw
kick.
people off and was like, "Let me go." I was like,
Yeah, it was.
We've all rewatched this episode. I
Yes.
think.
Yep.
Like, it was so good. I mean, it was missed.
Yep. And then at the end, he was like, "What's my middle name?" She didn't know. Taylor walks away. It's Madison. He said it was such like point. It's Madison, and walks off.
Madison.
He leaves. Then bye, Milo. No, we're never gonna remember you again. You're fucking awful. And then moving right along, they go outside. Jared and Conrad start fighting. Jeremiah revealing that he was with Susanna all this time with the final stages, and Conrad was at school with Belly. And imagine being Jared. One moment, always watching his mom pass away. His love of his life is with his brother. He's just alone watching his mom pass, and it's so much heavy. It was the more I thought about it.
Yeah.
while
Yeah,
going
no,
here
I
today-
frequently think about that and it makes me really not like Conrad.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
wild.
His brother formed a relationship with a girl he likes, and his mother is passing away, and he's at the house the whole time while Conrad is building up walls and not thinking about it and not even helping in
Can't even
existence.
talk to his
Can't
brother
even talk to him.
because his
Yep.
brother won't call. His
Yep.
brother won't come visit.
Yep. And Belle saying what?
Doesn't talk to his dad.
Yep.
So who's he got?
Yeah. I know.
His mom, but we just learned a few moments ago or a couple minutes ago that his mom was like the one person that was connected with him.
Yeah.
Remember that quote I just read? Ugh, it's coming all together.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
It's coming together, ladies and gents.
I know.
And puppies and kitties.
and puppies and kitties.
It's coming together. Belle saying she would have fought for us. Okay, yeah, so they're going to end this episode and we're moving on.
This episode ended with the
They were at
blaze
the
of fury.
they were at
Yeah.
they were at nighttime swimming without a bottle of water, no blanket, and no towel. And I'm never gonna let
Not
you
a
live that
snack.
down. Not a snack. Not a canopy in
Nary a
sight.
snack.
Nary a snack.
Nary a snack.
No
canopy.
Recliner, no
Yeah.
canopy.
No canopy.
backpacks.
It was dark. She's like falling in the water. He comes up. Conrad comes out. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna say, Belly, I'm
Belly.
sad, and I'm sadly gonna pick you out of the water." He picks her up, which was kind of
Ew.
like a little.
Ew.
It was
hated
kind of
that.
cute.
Again.
Throws her out in the sand because she was trying to get him out of the water, and then she says, "What did my note say? My phone died. Or didn't die. She would have thought, or Belly would have fought for them if she would have known. So she didn't know that.
Okay, so this makes me. I know I don't have notes for this part because we were texting and watching
It's
it
all in the
together.
text messages.
It's all in the text messages, but I feel like I remember saying something like, it was not her responsibility to fight for that relationship. Conrad wasn't doing anything to fight for it, so why should she?
Yeah.
There was no point. Like,
Ooh,
Belly
good
should.
point.
Yep.
It's like, I would have fought for us if I had known. No, you don't need to do that. He wasn't fighting for it, so
Yeah.
why would you?
Yeah.
There's-
Why is it your responsibility?
Yeah.
Everything ends up being Belly's responsibility. He's like, why I didn't do this? You should have known this.
Yeah.
You should have known
Belly.
this.
Conrad,
Like-
Conrad doesn't take responsibility or ownership.
Say
for
one
this
fucking
shit.
word. Literally,
Yeah.
just say one thing. It's
Well, and it's all
not that hard.
stuck inside of him, but it's just like, okay, if you cannot healthily metabolize and express your emotions, then you shan't be in a
You shan't.
relationship.
Yes.
Belly is an agent of chaos.
Yeah.
And you also don't
Belly-
get to decide what she does with her relationships. If you aren't going to say things, then you don't get to decide what she's doing.
Yeah.
Like, say, this is a stupid example. You picked up our salads.
Our
Today.
salads.
If you would have brought them home and it would have been like, oh, I would not have a right to say, oh, I hated my salad. Oh, you got me fried chicken. Ooh, you got me fried chicken. That's
Well, I
so
did leave the
mean.
bread on
And
it.
you got me no, that's fine. Well, no, I wanted you to because then we gave it to Katie.
Okay.
No. But like, you got me fried chicken. You got me the one with the eggs on it. Oh, that's so. How could you do that? No, I didn't express what I wanted.
Did you not want egg?
No.
Okay.
Look.
Now I'm starting to panic.
No, this
My liver's
illustration works because you got my order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know why you got my order?
Because I asked.
Because
Ellie,
you asked,
ouchie.
and then I responded appropriately.
With
Okay,
words.
that's
English
where you're
words.
going.
That is
Yes.
where I'm going because
That's where
I expressed it with English words. I said what I wanted, and then
And how you wanted it.
And then you kindly followed through. It was lovely, and then I enjoyed my salad. Sorry, not salad.
Salad.
It's a salad.
It's a salad.
And so,
I
like,
get it.
that's just adult communication.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
know that these are not adults, but still,
Yeah.
it's just, honey, excuse me.
I frequently become very aware of the fact that these are teens and that
Oh my
I'm an
god,
adult.
you have something to say. Belly walks back in, the house gets a ball through the window, the house is getting tore apart. She says, oh my god, it's falling apart. She's getting emotional. Yes, and then blood's everywhere or whatever that is. And then Jeremiah, they make eye contact, Jeremiah walks away. Conrad walks away, she walks upstairs, really emotional. Then finally, fucking calls an adult. Lays
Yeah.
down and she's like,
Mom!
Mom,
My God.
I messed up. She confessed her sins. She said that she was at the house the whole time. Laurel didn't know. And then she was like, please come save me.
We
End
thought
scene.
that episode 7 would then lead to Laurel being this understanding, compassionate mother.
No.
I know that didn't feel good when
Nope.
she woke up and saw her mom there. She's probably like, what the fuck?
Well,
Yeah.
she doesn't remember calling
Yeah,
her because she was
yeah.
drunk off her ass.
Yeah.
As a teenager with a squishy brain, I'm not telling
do you
you
think was gonna
all
happen?
what to do, but if your brain is still squishy, maybe just be careful
Yeah.
about drinking the alcohol.
Maybe
Yeah.
don't do
with your
that.
squishy brain.
The alcohol makes the squishy brain a little worse.
Episode
Yeah.
7.
We trust y'all are good and
Yeah.
stuff. And
Episode 7. Can you believe it? 2 more.
Yeah.
two more. Yeah, y'all, do we think we got it in us?
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
do it.
I'm
This-
energized. That tackler, it woke me up. Let's do another round.
No.
Shot.
All right, we're gonna
This
do
episode opens with Laurel yelling at Belly.
And not only is she yelling,
She's slapping.
Slapping her in the
Do we
face.
think it's a stage slap?
It's a
I
slap.
watched it. No, and I don't know how you would get away with not actually hitting her. Her cheek turned red. I don't know if that was just practice or
Oh,
they did it
well,
on purpose.
you know, and I would like to fast forward to the part where Jeremiah does a comfort at 4:18.
He does
because
do a
that was
comfort.
So
I said
painful to
Jeremiah is the
watch.
first one there
He's
to
the
comfort
very
Belly.
first
Imagine that.
one
And
there.
What do you know?
Where's
we know
Conrad?
that- We know that Laurel takes ownership and really apologizes as she should, and grief makes us do weird things. And
I mean, somebody needed to slap
Unacceptable.
Belly. She was.
That whole
Oh,
scene
good.
made
A
me
hot
feel. I felt.
What?
I don't support parents hitting their children.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
course.
right. But I do think Belly was fucking around, and maybe she found out.
Yeah. Well, what I was hearing,
maybe
what I
a
wrote
peer,
here,
it would have been better if a peer would have slapped
Yes.
her. But
yes.
A peer.
What I was hearing when I was listening to Belly yelling at her mom, saying like, "Oh my gosh, you hate me! You're so angry with me!" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Was that she feels really embarrassed about what happened at the funeral, and she
Yes.
didn't know what to do
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
those embarrassed feelings. So she was like, "You hate me. You're angry with me." She said, "I know you hate me. I know you hate me for it," or whatever. She said something about
Yeah.
you can't hate me as much as I hate myself or something. But Laurel never said that. Laurel never once said I hate you.
They're
She
just
never said.
projecting all their
And so she's
stuff.
saying this, and she just feels embarrassed. She hates herself because she feels embarrassed, and I hate
Exactly.
that she feels that way. But yes, she didn't need to stop her child. But
Yeah.
It's easy to see both sides. And I
Yes.
think the producer, I hope people saw that the producers did a good job of showing both sides. Like, this was really hard on
Yeah.
Laurel. And Laurel's got to feel her feelings and move
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
it so that it doesn't come out. Because if we don't feel our feelings,
Yes.
We will feel them indirectly, and we will stop our children.
Yes, that
It
is
just-
what was hard for me to watch, was Laurel feeling like she couldn't because she felt like
Yeah.
she needed, I don't know, to be strong for her kids or whatever, or just for anyone. And
Don't
then
let it
it's
out.
coming out because she's like, I don't know what to do. These are so heavy, I don't know what to do with
Anger is
them.
a big part of grief,
Yeah.
especially this
Yeah.
kind of loss.
Yeah.
There's a lot of anger in it, and so Belly did not deserve to receive that, even though Belly, was fucking around. To find out.
When they sat down, this is skipping ahead a little bit, but when they did finally sit down and Belly looked at her mom and said, Mom, do you forgive me? I was like, oh God.
My note there is I'm checking my email to detach myself from the scene.
Yes.
Work
Because
email.
she was like,
yay.
of course I do. Do you forgive me? And then they both just like cried for a minute. And I was
Yeah.
like,
It felt very genuine. There was a real rupture. The mom
Yes.
took responsibility, not
Yeah.
the daughter's fault at all.
Yes.
And then there was a real repair. And Laurel, I think the only reason that I'm okay with how it all settled was that Laurel took real responsibility for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And said, hey, this was not anything you did wrong. This was me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the mom. This is not your job to be somebody, be more than you are. You're a teen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Teens be fucking.
Yeah.
Teens be fucking.
Teens be fucking. Teens be drinking.
Teens be shucking.
Yeah. Shucking their corn. There's a lot of
So
corn to
Laurel's
shuck.
here to basically save the day, and
Yes.
Yeah.
Laurel comes through with all her flaws.
yes, so she's having a conversation with Aunt Julia out on the pier, and
Sure is.
Aunt Julia, we already talked about this a little bit, but how Aunt Julia was like, "You took my sister from me." It's like, okay, that sounds like you got a personal problem.
Yeah.
But I did appreciate Laurel pointing out that you can still make peace with people even after they've passed. Like, you've still got this beef with her, and even though she's gone, that doesn't mean you still have to harbor that. You can
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
make peace with people even if they're not
Yeah.
here anymore.
And even if they're not physically passed from this earth, you can make peace with folks that you've gone no contact with. Like, we forgive for ourselves and for our own souls. And it
Yep.
is for us
Yeah.
to release something forgiving. We're able to not forget and not, wipe the slate clean, but we're able to. Forgiveness is very complicated. We have lots of ideas about it, but really, it's something that we can do to release something so that we can move forward.
Yeah.
And that's coming from
Yeah.
someone, y'all who are listening and who are thinking that's bullshit. That's coming from someone who's experienced a lot of wrong and harm done to her, and who has had to work through a lot of this. That is from a lot of therapy.
Yes. Done
Yeah.
a lot of forgiving in my life and a lot of working on still trying to get to the point of forgiving people also. And that's both are fine.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
both
Yep.
are fine.
Yep.
And if you're at a place where you're like, no, it just needs to be no contact, and I'm not in a place where quote unquote forgiving works, then cool, be safe.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself,
Yeah.
and we support you in it. So. I made a note at minute 16:30, and I said I could honestly watch a whole series on Laurel and Susanna's lives.
Yes.
Julia, you're a mess, but I'm invested. Making her earn the child support, like, oh my god, Julia, I care. Like, what? I want to see like college student Julia, or not necessarily, but college student Laurel and Susanna, Laurel
Yeah.
and Beck. Like that would
That would be a really fun series to watch.
yes.
Yeah.
Messy, fun.
I put okay, really fast. Bottling up your emotions. I think this is when they're on the pier. Bottling up your emotions is not strength. Having
Nope.
vulnerabilities and openness is having vulnerabilities and openness is true strength.
Yeah.
The stigma of carrying the weight of the world has got to stop. I'm glad Pride made it a point. I feel like they made it a
Yes.
point when they're on the pier. And
Yeah.
they're like,
Not
oh,
cute.
it's not
Yeah.
cute. I'm glad they made it a point because she was really bottling all that up, and she,
Yeah.
instead of dealing with it, she decided not to just ignore everyone.
She just
Exactly.
had to
Yeah.
sell the house and harm everybody
Yep.
that she's ever known.
Because,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Julia, what the fuck? Before passing, Savannah literally asked you to keep the house in the family, and yet you still decided to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like that. Jared walking in, and of course being selfless, asking Belly to go as well when Taylor was leaving because they said he'd take care of the house, and I was like, oh my god, yet again. Jeremiah just being there for her and being like, oh no, we got it. And Belle was like, no, I want to see it through, which I did appreciate. And then walking back in after the thing, I'm glad Laurel got this win because I feel like she got shit
was
on by everyone when she
weirdly
first got
easy.
there.
I wrote
Yeah.
that. I said, no way, it was that easy. I don't like their dad. I was like,
Yeah.
that felt weird.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder too if it's kind of like how Laurel's husband was like there were always three people in this marriage. It makes me wonder if Adam had a relationship with Laurel and that like there was always three people in his marriage,
Ew.
which one of them was his mistresses. But
Yeah.
but just this idea of like he had a relationship with Laurel too.
Yeah.
Like Laurel, I think probably knew a lot, was in on a lot. And
I just feel like
a lot of
Laurel
Yeah.
Laurel took a lot of shit when she first got there. Everyone, including Steven, was really mean to her. Before she went outside, I thought they were like kind of getting a little deep. I was like, damn, they're all taking it out on her, and yet Laurel was the one who go up there and was like, damn, look at this fucking house. What were y'all thinking? They destroyed it.
shit. You had grown up in that situation.
Yeah.
They knew an adult.
I just feel like I'm glad Laurel got the win. Like she helped settle the conversation, and she was able to contribute. I liked it. I thought it was good. And then moving along, the next scene was the trash scene. Remember they were taking out the bags of trash, and I put, okay, so it was nice to hear Conrad with accountability and saying that he realized he had a lot going on but was still absent. Also, did I miss a part on her regretting their sexcapades?
What?
And I hate how much I felt for Conrad here.
Because when they're taking out the trash, this is when
Oh,
Conrad and Belly have a little heart to heart.
Yes. And then Belly
Scene was
says, she says, oh, you were going through a lot. No, Belly. That is not an excuse.
Belly, you were too, honey.
We don't No, you don't need to excuse his behavior by saying he's going through a lot. That's evident. He doesn't get to do this.
So just because people are going through a lot, y'all, if you gather one thing from this podcast series, just because people are going through a lot does not mean that they can harm you. Does not mean that it's okay. We can show grace. Yeah, we can understand. It's a both and.
Yes.
Yes and. Like, yes. Not yes, but. It's yes and.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I know like all the Conrad girlies were probably very so sad when he was they hugged and then Conrad made that like really sad face, Belly. And I just know that all the Conrad girls were like, oh my god,
Belly.
Conrad, he's so sad.
Yes,
Y'all,
he's always sad.
You cannot
He's always fucking
truly
sad.
believe that was a healthy relationship. There's no fucking way.
That's what I said. My
There's
note
no
was
fucking
Conrad doing what Conrad does best and dumping his shit on Belly when he knows she's moving on.
That's
Yeah.
toxic.
Well, it's selfish. It's not cute.
Sky and Julia's relationship is cute. She has to see.
Yes.
Sky's relationship's cute. She has to see how much of a good week she has to affirm the house is a good idea.
Yeah, and Julia
Oh, she had to see it. Yeah.
And Julia says to Sky, you felt what you felt without apology. Can you imagine how many more kids would be so adjusted if their parents just said that to them?
Yeah.
You felt what you felt without an apology.
Now, like, I know that there
Yeah.
are unhealthy parents all over this world, and there are healthy parents all over. I would like
Sky has
to
such a good
note
week.
that they're from California. I would like to note that these folks, like, they live in a place where there are more resources.
Yes.
And more normalization. Their culture, from what I hear, apparently from where they're from, is more adjusted to these expectations of, hey, it's okay for you to have feelings. Feelings aren't a thing. Feelings are not bad. So,
And this was after Sky stood up to Aunt Julia and was like, no, I'm not on your side anymore. I don't think you should sell this house. And then like their mom was like, yeah, you stood up for how you felt, and that's great. That's how I raised you. That's what you're supposed to do. So I really appreciated that.
Yep.
my notes are just chaos on this episode.
Yes, it is. So I'm not choosing to look at them.
I know.
I should not.
Yeah, so then we have a dance break at some point, minute 36, 26.
Steven and Jeremiah dance together.
I said right here, Conrad grumpy saying I don't dance,
I don't
and Jeremiah
dance.
immediately dancing with Steven.
Oh.
He jumped right in, and Conrad was like, I don't dance.
Another Jeremiah and Steven shipping moment.
Wow, I know.
They were holding hands and dancing.
Yeah.
Ew, and when Conrad tried to be sexy,
Yeah.
when she was like, "Oh, you get like a cheeseburger or whatever while you're studying," he said, "What else do I get?"
I get?
I made that
Ew.
note.
And he
too.
tried to smirk, and I was like,
Yes.
"Ew, I do
Dislike.
not feel anything
I said you
listening
get
to you say
cheeseburgers,
this."
and that is all.
McDonald's, really? I said no Taco Bell. Also, Conrad
Taco
saying,
Bell would
"Oh,
have been the choice there.
yeah, Taco Bell definitely reward choice." Conrad saying, "Oh, reward system. What else do I get?" Wow, Bell is not a prize, and she's closed for the season.
Period.
Bell is not a prize, and she is closed for the season.
Closed.
She'll
She's
reopen.
Here to help you study.
She'll reopen for Jeremiah.
Yes, she will.
Really fast before we move on. I thought it was selfish of Adam. Selfish. Because remember he said, easier for everyone if we just let this place go. Well, fuck you, Adam.
Yeah, bye.
I
Adam.
Fuck you, Bob.
is for Adam is an asshole.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
So-
exactly
Correct.
what that meant.
And, you know, I just can't help but think, every time Adam is an asshole, I just can't help but think
Mm-hmm.
the nut doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that the same?
The apple
That's-
doesn't fall.
The
far.
Yeah.
apple.
That Adam
I knew what
doesn't
you were
fall
trying to
from
say. I
the
was
season.
going with
Off
it.
the
Yeah.
pot.
Should've got the
Should've
pot.
off the pot. Yeah, it just
Without a coffee cup. And then also before that, they 20-minute power nap still works. Savannah, I'm gonna time
Apparently.
you.
Well.
You're gonna do a 20-minute power nap one day, and you're gonna let us know the results.
Okay,
All
that's gonna be terrifying.
study sessions.
This could be terrifying.
I'm gonna wake up and all of you are just like, how was
Yeah.
that?
How
How was your nap?
How do we feel about an all-night study sesh?
Oh
No.
God, I did
Zero
not.
out of 10.
never
we
be
could never,
worse.
we could barely make
I
it.
did
Hell, yes,
score
Well, it's
9:22.
high on my test
9:22
when I did
and
it,
we're
but-
landing this plane.
We have been so efficient this past 50 minutes.
Because we get up early. And
Yeah.
I know we all get up early because we're all texting first thing.
Yeah, we really
6 a.m.
Yep.
6 a.m. We
6
are
a.m.
applying to
reading those
TikTok.
texts.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're sending TikToks. So
Yep.
it up.
Yeah, it's usually about the Red, White, Royal Blue right now, or Taylor
Yep.
Swift, or Scooter Braun. Fuck you, fuck you,
Yeah.
Kanye West. Fuck you,
Carmen
Kanye
is my
West.
boyfriend.
Not the brown sweater. Ew. And then of course, Jer. Remember the remembers what?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, was it about the brown sweater?
I was going to talk about Jeremiah kissing Billy.
Okay, yes.
Wait, okay, but before Jeremiah, remember the counselor's Finch tour comment? Because remember he was like, "Oh,
that's
Finch,
right. Yes.
don't you remember your?"
You have a chance to go to Finch.
Yeah,
I
and then
did
he wanted
have
to go tour.
something that pissed me off prior to the kiss, though.
Stop.
I wrote here where he said, I don't think I could take it if you changed your mind again. And Belly said, that isn't going to happen. And I said, why? Because you already tried it out with Conrad. and that didn't work out. So now you're going to Jeremiah. That's why you know you're not going to change your mind. Please do not make
This
the
is a
sweet
whole
boy a second
anti-Belly.
choice.
Belly
He
being
said, that's
toxic.
not going to happen. Why?
Anti-
Because you already tried it out.
Yeah.
Conrad broke your heart.
17 years old. Tell me why
Girl.
you're so sure that this is never going to happen.
Belly.
It's
I know.
me.
Because you already did your first
Hi.
choice.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Uh-huh.
Problem.
But anyway, then they kissed and he does put his hand on her neck and that's very hot.
Oh my god, I will never.
then I was like, oh,
That Adam's apple was protruding. Ugh.
Never
He
seen
gripped.
Conrad kiss like
Like,
that.
I can't.
So when I watched the
Conrad
fucking scene,
couldn't
I was like,
was
"Ugh, I don't want to look at this. But then Jeremiah put his hand on her throat. That is how you kiss a woman.
Oh.
God. It was so hot.
Right on the post
Right there.
LOL. The best TikTok dissecting why this was so hot. Just step by step. I'll send it.
Send it.
It was just.
If you would like that TikTok, we'll send it to you. Email our podcast.
Our Kiki Candles Pod,
There's a price to pay. It is communicating directly with us because we love you.
And we'll send you dick pics.
Solicited dick pics.
No,
we will send.
not. Nope. Nope.
Katie, let's have some fun. God.
The Geneva
For
Convention
legal
probably
purposes,
covers
we
that.
shan't be doing that.
Okay.
We shouldn't.
Boo.
So we do
But
not give mental advice, and
Kaylee,
we do not. It's not an advice
Molly.
podcast and not a dick pic podcast. But yeah,
yes.
it is. The dissecting the different elements of why that kiss was so hot. Oh my god!
And then when
I was thinking about
that
it for
kiss
a while.
though, Heaven.
I was
Yeah.
in the trance.
Maybe I need to play it again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was watching this on my couch with my partner, and and well,
Jay was too.
you rewinded it, didn't
well,
you?
so he's dropped his game, so he was playing game. And,
Sure.
I paused it to make a note, and I'm obviously freaking. I'm obviously freaking the fuck out, and I'm like, I've never seen anyone kiss like this in my life. And he's like, what is going on? I was like, okay,
Look at this kid.
I was like, just watch this real quick. She's just suspected. Just check this out. And
Does
so
he not? Do you not grab his neck? He grab your neck.
Let me tell you. let me just for the pod, for my listeners. Jay has been taking notes from this. From
Good.
this,
Really?
he
As he
has
should.
because he can take instruction. He is not stupid.
He's a visual learner. He's a visual learner. I'm a visual learner. I need to do it. I need a repetition.
Well, I think he doesn't know it unless it's like I explain it and he sees it, and so he's been.
He grabbed
That's
it.
the beauty of a 5. Is they're like,
Oh.
Very good, very good.
A done.
Let me write that on down.
A done been grabbing the neck for a long
Yep,
time. That
yep,
wasn't
yep.
anything new.
Okay, they all got that covered.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was not new. Exciting.
was just-
So I was
He said-
excited to see it.
But he said what?
On
Wasn't there a
the-
time when he paused it and he was like,
just something hot.
Oh, that wasn't a different episode, but yeah,
Oh.
no.
something
He was
hot.
like-
yes, something hot happened.
So he was like, so the neck grab, and I was like, yeah, and he's
Well,
like,
and the adjusted
there's nothing
position.
for me to learn here. We've already covered this.
I wrote this down already.
I've already done my research.
This data has been covered.
Like, it's just still hot though.
I was like, oh, I
On
still
the hood of the damn
Until
car.
I need to do it, I was just
On
getting
the
talked.
hood
On the hood of the damn car.
Conrad's car.
Yeah.
I kind of like
SUV. Yeah.
that. In Conrad's sweatshirt.
It
I'm
was
not
a
that mad
mess.
about it, honestly.
I did not care.
I don't feel upset.
You
Well,
snooze, you lose.
she grabbed his neck too back right because I joked and thought, oh, Savannah isn't gonna like that because she has to grab all around his neck, Adam's apple.
Yeah.
I was like, imagine half her hand being full of that
no,
Adam.
thank you. God, no.
It's just like throbbing in
I
her
also
hand.
just think that
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
if I were to go up to my partner and just like on his neck, he'd be like, "Why are you touching me like that?"
It's so
Why are
weird
you
because
doing
like
that?
if I
Because
were to
I
do
like
that,
it, I'm like, "Yes, please touch my neck." But if I did that, he'd be like, "Don't do that."
yeah, because if I were to do that to A, he'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But he does it to me all the time.
All the time. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is, I like it.
I'm like, okay.
I'm like, that's fine, do that. But I think he would be like, "Oh my god."
Well, different strokes for different
Yes.
folks, as they say.
Yes.
As they
Different
say.
I don't
strokes.
necessarily want to
Alright.
anyway.
Learn what you like and express it to your partners. That's what we're saying.
Yes,
Visual
absolutely.
learners.
So,
visual
end of
learners.
episode 7, we turn around.
We did it.
Conrad looks
Wow.
sad.
Conrad was real sad.
Kissing my
You know what,
brother.
Conrad? He starts expressing that a little passive aggressively in episode 8.
I hated
Runs
it.
away.
Shall we discuss
He turns around and is like speed walking
the
through
fucking
campus.
chaos that
That was so
episode-
embarrassing to watch.
And then you know what he did?
Why was he walking like he was just zooming?
That was like Fix It Felix.
Got a
When
blast.
he was leaving, he was speed walking because he was excited. He spoke to Steven on the phone. God, the twos over here.
I know, have
They're-
some empathy.
I know.
When he said he was like, it's like
He-
Operation
thank you.
Billy or whatever it was.
Thank you.
Y'all know.
Y'all act like y'all are about to go back through the Saturn Waffle House story over there again. My God. Y'all are so into it. And we're over there empathizing that he
know,
just
yeah.
left
I don't give a
this
shit
massive
about
test.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
He just left this massive test. He was talking to Steven on the phone. Steven amping him up like a bro, saying, "You're gonna get her. You're gonna tell her how you feel." He's speed walking because into the moment
should've
he
used his
walked
fucking
out there,
words.
and then he sees his brother and his woman on the hood of his car.
It's not his woman.
I mean, do you know how this could have been avoided?
yeah.
He could have just been like, "Hey, Belly, I love
From
you."
From the beginning,
look, we
I
know
think I
that.
have feelings
I
for
think
you.
let's
Let's perspective
And I'm
take.
having a really hard time right now, but I think that I would like to see where this goes.
I would like
I'd like
to
to
pursue a
explore this
relationship with you.
And then this isn't happening, and then he wouldn't have to turn around and
Consequences of your own.
And then
Use
when
your
he
fucking words,
walks up,
Conrad.
guess
Damn
when he
it.
walks up, guess what happens? Jer says, "Belle, will you go after him?" Yet again, Jeremiah being selfless.
Yeah.
he doesn't want to
go
stop,
after
and
him.
he's like, "You gotta go after him."
He didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to.
His throat was apparent. I hope he doesn't listen to this because we have made fun of this Adam's apple so much.
It's a universal Adam's apple
You can
situation.
actually,
It's not
actually get
yours.
that shaved down.
Can you?
Why would you ever do that?
Wait,
You got-
what?
Wait,
I don't
how?
know.
I'm pretty sure I was reading something
Wait, it's
about.
inside your neck.
They're masks.
Oh,
They're
really?
fine. They're good.
I remember.
Ew.
Maybe no.
It's a bone. Like
It-
you can.
Yeah, no, I
Maybe
truly
I
hate
don't.
it.
I think it's
I don't like the way they
cartilage.
feel.
For gender affirming surgeries, though, like for a gender affirming moment,
Oh, I guess
like
that's
if
true.
someone's
Yeah.
transitioning to a more
I'm just having trouble
female
understanding
identity.
how.
Yeah, well,
I think
so
is my
it's a
my
bone.
confusion.
It's a bone, so I guess
So
you
they gotta
could
go in
cut it
there.
Open.
They gotta go in there.
So if you can do throat surgery.
Yeah.
you can like alter the bone. So it would be a gender affirming because
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
really distinctive.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
for
It
sure,
is.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm just proud of this side of the couch. We are empathizing right now.
We're so much
We are
better than
holding
they are.
space.
Oh,
We are
go right ahead.
understanding.
I don't give a shit
And the
about Conrad.
twos over on this side of the couch are just like running like that emoji that's really fast.
listen.
And completely
Hey.
overselling it.
This is your informed consent. If you screw over one too many times, we're fucking done. We're not
Fucking done.
We don't come back.
They are. They
and
are.
we're still holding space and trying to analyze.
Shit.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that.
We get it.
Well.
You know, life is tough.
I just feel bad still. Every time I just still feel bad.
Well, it's threes. They carry a lot of shame.
Oh.
They carry a lot of that is kind of like the deeply wounded. So like when I see this embarrassment and this shame that Conrad carries, I empathize. I'm like, shit, I know. I feel
Shit.
It sucks. And dude, you gotta take responsibility.
Yeah.
Quit being an asshole.
Good
And-
notes. Yes.
But yes, so we
Moving along.
empathize. We empathize.
Are we all
with our
losing mine?
boyfriend. Yes, we are.
Cool.
because, you know,
I have no
the person-
notes.
Well, my phone died, so I'm just going off of memory right now.
Mine
That
does
works.
too.
So they get in the car and Conrad acts like the craziest
This
fucking.
was
The
fun.
craziest
No,
fucking
This
person.
was fun.
That was manic.
I felt so uncomfortable.
That was like-
It was-
watching it.
So, no,
That's
that
because
was-
I need to
literally,
call,
he
I
was,
need
like,
to call
looking
someone
like
for
this.
help. This is not an okay person.
So that was normal.
because he was. He's like,
Because the eyes were so wide and he was acting insane. I was like,
he was talking like this.
I was
His
trying
voice
to
sounded like this.
Yes.
It's like, Conrad, please.
if a student came into my office and started acting like that, I would be calling mobile crisis. Like, this is
Yeah.
not an okay person.
Yeah.
So I saw this,
Ew.
and
I can't stand Conrad.
I thought that this is someone who is
I can't stand
taking-
Conrad.
he has a part of him who is now making fun of this. He's making light of
Yeah.
this. He's being an asshole. He's making everyone uncomfortable. He's being a dick. I thought it was entertaining.
I thought it was funny.
I was not scared. I was just like, okay. I mean, I
felt so
grew up with the people I grew up with, and that was the kind of shit they pulled all the time.
Yeah.
It was like, okay.
I know what this is.
Yeah.
You said
I
what
know what
you're
that is.
doing.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Have y'all gone
I
to
want you to stop.
Has he
Yeah.
already went back in there, saw his old roommate, and then packed up, and they've already got in the car?
They're in the
Yeah.
car, yeah.
Well, damn,
Yeah.
y'all skipped a
It was
lot.
when
Jesus
he comes
Christ.
back. Well, my phone's
Because
dead, so
it's
I don't know what's
bedtime.
going on.
no guidance.
Okay.
It's just on our shoulders.
Thank you.
The burden of responsibility.
So we missed it.
I'm just
It's a
here.
good part. I love the Susanna version of Laurel because when her and Steven were in the car, it was before they all packed that up and they turned into Spicy Conrad. I always thought that's the parent I want to be because Laurel, remember her in the car with Steven? She was still setting boundaries but loving, down to earth and supportive, so they can feel like how they can talk to.
yeah,
talk
they
to
feel
him,
like
you
they
know?
can talk to me.
Yeah, it was good. She was like telling him like, "Oh, but you're not going to go do this, and you're not going to go have fun." And she was like, "Oh, who's this? Who's this mother?" You know, he was playing around like,
Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
Laurel was
That was a
trying
good
to
point.
channel some Susanna.
Yeah, it was a Beck moment, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I was really proud of her.
Well, that was her integrating.
Yeah.
Integrating her grief, integrating the beautiful parts of Susanna
Yeah.
into her story instead of just.
Yeah, and Steven says, "You always tell us to do things that you're uncomfortable so that we grow." The truth is in that statement. When you're uncomfortable, you're growing. Working in life. It's so
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah.
so true. And then that's when I put, okay, I love Spicy Conrad. Sorry, y'all. I thought it was funny. And then I quoted, "My sweater looks really nice and good on you." I loved it. You went to Finch, huh? Nice romantic excursion. 7 hookups last summer.
Damn.
It was spicy. I thought it was funny. And then they get to the gas station.
Sour
And
Patch Kids is the obvious choice.
Well,
Oh my
not when
gosh,
it's...
yes.
I love Sour Patch Kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like if this was a bracket, if this was a March Madness breakdown, are you seriously saying in this moment that you would choose Swedish Fish over Sour Patch Kids?
When Swedish Fish is
No, no,
question
made
that is the wrong answer.
brand new and they're fresh,
Oh
they taste good.
my god,
It's so good. Sour Patch Kids leave like that, like
So you
scratchy
have a
little feeling
brand
in your
new
mouth.
package
and
of
they're
both.
sweet.
I-
They're perfect.
Sour Patch watermelons are so good.
I'm
Sour
choosing
Patch,
Jeremiah. I choose Swedish Fish. End of story. Fuck
Sour
you
Patch
all.
watermelons are one of my favorites.
And then Spicy Conrad was in the back going,
Ew.
With his-
Editor
Looking up,
made
grinning
me-
like a
I
devil.
need for you to
No,
edit out
no,
that whole part
how
where I was
dare
saying that
you.
was hot.
hide me.
was
I've done bad. Hide me.
That was blasphemy. How dare you?
You.
Because I remember him sitting in the back seat going, oh.
With the Swedish
Yeah.
fish, it's
Ew.
you.
Jeremiah, if you're listening, because you email us, I choose Swedish Fish. Anything else? I skipped ahead 7 minutes.
I like that you edited it to say S-Patch Kids. Spatch Kids.
SPK.
Is that what we say? SPK?
Is
Is that the...
I was driving.
Sour Patch Kids staff.
I was
Yes.
driving and
He was
podcasting. I'm sorry.
Watching the show and
Sure.
driving.
Don't do it, people. Driving 80 down
Oh, you're
interstate
right.
and
That's
watching.
It's like
The
Yeah.
I don't know why,
drives
but my
itself.
Here we go.
insurance is $400.
7 minutes ahead. Literally, it was the Jeremiah versus Conrad argument. Is all of us at this point, Steven. Because they were at the date. Steven rolls up to Taylor's
the
date with
fuck
all
are
his
you?
friends. 7 minutes ahead. B 17-46.
Okay.
Literally, okay, yeah. Steven rolls up with the roses because remember Milo
God.
was talking about the roses and how he wants romantic gestures.
Yes.
Yeah, so Steven did it to Taylor, but Taylor was with
That
her
was
friends.
so embarrassing.
I
It
felt
did start off
uncomfortable,
weird, yeah. And
I felt
He's a teen
embarrassed
boy
for
and he's...
Steven
yeah.
showing up
I-
with
no,
all
I
of her
did-
friends there.
I thought it was
Yeah.
sweet, but
that
I was
whole thing
embarrassed for Steven.
I was embarrassed for him.
I
Yeah.
hated that it didn't land. I think
Yeah.
Steven was pretty
It didn't-
confident in it.
He
though.
handled it
It didn't land.
And
fine.
he did a beautiful job of being like, "Hey, I thought you said you liked romantic stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am doing this not to make a I'm doing this because I thought you
Yeah.
said you wanted this."
But I also, I did appreciate Taylor being like, "Hey, yeah, that did embarrass me. Please don't do that again." Like that's
Yeah.
communication. That's important.
Steven
Yeah.
and Taylor.
Yeah.
As the turn
Their
Yeah.
banter, yeah.
And this is way later, I know that,
Now
but
she
she
edits.
is able to say,
now
like,
she edits
I
season
don't
2.
know what to do
Now
with
she
my
does.
feelings because
mm-hmm.
I really like you and I've never been the person that likes someone the most in a relationship and I have no
The
idea what to
power
do with this.
differential.
Yeah.
Now that was relatable.
And because that was when she wasn't texting back, she just wasn't responding. So he was like, "What's going on? What's up?" And then she was like, "I don't know what to do."
So many things you don't like.
I don't like feet.
Oh.
Another
I can't-
man touching
She
my
also
foot.
doesn't like peanut butter and chocolate.
I'm seriously, I'm gonna plant
I'm
one on
not
your
making
lips.
it. You know what
Please kiss me.
You know what she does? So y'all, if that does happen, it'll be on the pod.
It will.
But you know what she does love? It's pickles. All of our pickle
I
girls.
love pickles.
Pickles are
All of
so
our-
I love
yummy.
drinking pickle
You
juice.
love a pickle.
Straight out
I
of the jar.
love a pickle.
Yeah, pickle juice straight out of
love
the jar.
Oh,
yeah,
everything
turn that
about-
shit back. Yep,
Fried
take it down.
pickles.
That was the
Pickleback
only thing
shots?
Did you
Oh,
ever eat
yeah.
those on the beach?
I did.
Good.
I sure did.
Have y'all done pickleback shots? We're doing it next week.
Next
What?
week. What are we doing
Pickleback?
next week?
Well, this?
We're recording something.
Take a pickleback shot.
We could do picklebacks at Taylor's night Thursday. That's
Oh, yeah.
what we're doing.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Yeah.
because
Taylor Swift dance party.
so Steven walks in with the roses. Then they start bantering. Steven says, "Come on, Taylor. Come on, Taylor. His mom was dying. He was going through. Okay, come on, Taylor. His mom was dying. He was going through it." Taylor says, "Jared's too," and he pushed himself away. It was a tough scene because she was defending Conrad and be like, "Oh, he's just out of it. He's losing mom," and she was like, "Well, Jeremiah was too," and yet he was there the whole day. Yeah, it was pretty heavy.
Yeah, Belly was calling them out, or calling Conrad out on like, hey, no.
Yeah. Moving along. Not Jared being a realist and being like, "Oh, Belly, he still loves you," and then asking them to define the relationship. Then immediately after asking that, he goes to take a shower and she goes to take a shower and brushes her hand down behind his back. So Jared being a realist, being like, "Oh, Belly, he still loves you. You need to have a conversation in DTR." And then immediately when he says that, she's like, I'm gonna go take a shower. And then she walks behind him. Yeah. And then when she's walking behind him, she slowly takes her hand and brushes it down his back. And he looks like this going,
See,
put hashtag
this is
team
where
I hate her. This is where I hate her.
She's feeling about Belly the way I feel about
The
Conrad
real
right now.
I'm so over her.
I am
I'm
very
sick of her
over
as well.
Belly.
Having been a teen girl, I have a little more empathy, but I do agree.
I think that's why I'm not like, God, I hate Belly, because I'm kind of like, ugh.
Hashtag
But
no.
I also need her to kind of get
We
pull
could
it
take
together.
every
yeah, she needs to pull it
team
together.
people-
You don't get to treat people like that.
Yeah, every team, there could be a Conrad, Conrad, Jeremiah, Cameron, the synonym or the or what, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's too late. All of the correct. Oh, yeah. Every one of us can agree that we all hate Belly. All right,
I'm very sick of Belly right now.
don't hate her.
Yes.
or dislike her
I
with a
hope
passion.
She's sick of herself.
I'm just
Yeah.
very over it. But there are not so many, but there are a handful of boys that if I got the chance, there are boys that I would probably apologize to given
was
the opportunity.
just about to
I would
say.
say, look, I did not handle that well. I did not treat you the way you
I think
deserve.
Got you.
I didn't handle your heart in this situation very well. Like there are a
Yeah.
lot of and I don't feel good about it, but I also was 17, so I didn't know what was happening.
We were saying today about the making amends
Yeah.
with people. There is a point where it's making amends is selfish, and it
Yep.
would be for you, and
Yeah.
not help the other person at all.
He just straight up asked her to just go have a conversation with him
And
and
then she-
DTR. And then immediately, I'm going to go take a shower and brush his back. I got
Yeah.
annoyed. And then Jared's over in the middle. Jared's just over being in the middle of the bullshit and goes to find Conrad and literally was like, in the whole scene, the main point was, you're still in love with her and you're acting like a dick because you are hurting.
It feels like
teasing
she's
him.
trying to keep both of them on a hook almost.
Yes,
and
she
while
is.
she's trying to figure it out, she's
Yep.
like, okay, I will go talk to Conrad, but don't go anywhere because
Yep.
I need to figure out how this goes.
It's a power play.
Yes.
and
And,
Conrad
then
admits
it
he's in
doesn't go
love with
well
her.
here, so she's like, well, don't forget, remember, I still do like you. It didn't go very well over
Yeah.
here. Like, that's just
And
how it
it's
feels
good
the whole time.
intentions, but like this is so good. I hope all the teen girlies are watching this and seeing like, wow, Lily, that's a little sketchy that you're doing that, and maybe examine your relationships too. I have never
Yep.
done a single thing wrong, so I can't actually.
I
Relate.
can't really say.
But
Yeah.
if I had ever dated multiple people at one time, which
Yep.
I would never do, then I would have never done anything like that.
Savannah
But if
wouldn't
I
either.
I would feel really. I would maybe do
Yep.
something like
Yeah.
what Belly had done,
Yep.
and it would be really shitty.
Yeah.
And I hope that I would learn.
And
from
it's
it.
just very common, I find, and this might be me being sensitive because I am raising two boys, but
Aw.
you hear a lot about people being like, oh my God, like if you ever treat my daughter this way, like you don't treat women
Speak
this
on
way, you
that.
don't do this, you don't
Speak
do
on
this.
that.
You don't get to fucking treat boys that way either. Don't treat my
Boys
son that
are
way.
people
Like, no,
too.
we're not gonna do
I
that.
am
Just
married-
because he's a boy doesn't mean he just should put up with whatever.
Yeah,
you don't get to
It's
treat
those
him that
basic
way.
gender stereotypes of like,
And you're right. Your daughter should not be treated that way, but my
Is there
son should
water
not
in
be
here?
treated that way. We are
Good.
not doing that.
Whew, speak on that. Girls
Yes.
need to be. Look, I am.
Good
team
water.
Women. I am team girls.
that word of
I am here
filtered
to
water.
support women, and I believe
Absolutely.
that women are often on the receiving end of a
Absolutely.
shit ton of horrible abuse and neglect.
all of our Stanleys.
But it is.
God,
yes,
that's
we have more
cute.
Stanleys here. But it is really important. that
Yes.
girls
Tequila,
also
anyone?
take accountability for their
Yes,
shit.
yes.
No, we're not taking tequila. I'm
Why?
So I just I am married to a softy, wonderful. He's a very strong man, but like I've heard of stuff that he's been through, and I'm just like, this is what like girls took advantage of you.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Got you.
We went through, my partner and I went through a very similar situation around the same time, and then took a year to like pull it together.
It doesn't
and
break
then
your
put
Pull
it
it
together. And when
together.
he was telling me, I was like, and thinking about it now, 8 years later, I'm like, if the boys ever came home and told me that what was happening to
cut a
you
bitch.
happened to them, I swear to God. And it's like, it's so fine in South probably particularly, but like, it's so fine for prom when,
can never do anything
and a
wrong.
dad is like, oh, I'm going to go get my shotgun out. Like, you better treat my daughter right. I swear
Ew.
to fucking God.
If you are my
anyone threatens my son, even jokingly, with a gun, and they're like, oh, you better, I'm not afraid to go to jail. You better treat my daughter right. Like, sorry, fucking, okay. I'll show up at your
up on
house.
the
I don't
news.
give a shit.
Your sunshine boy.
Yes, I will
Yeah.
absolutely not be standing for that. Do not even jokingly bring a gun out in front of my
Toxic
son and say, you better treat my daughter right. Your daughter better fucking treat my son right.
Yeah. Perhaps if we're going to speak of equality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps we
I am
should
not
speak
here
on
for it.
that.
I am not here for it. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I get very upset about it.
I hope that so many mamas hear that.
Yes.
And feel heard and supported.
Yes.
And also maybe if we have some younger girls
Yeah.
guys who are in relationships where they're maybe not so proud of what they're doing.
Yes.
Maybe don't pull a belly.
Yeah. And then Conrad
And that's okay.
admits,
There's always room to say, wow, I am not proud of what I'm doing right now. Let's fix this.
We can always course correct. What did Conrad and Billy do then?
Conrad admits he's in love with her, and still Jeremiah is still on the path of righteousness, saying,
Jeremiah has been saying.
still
Great
saying,
hero.
Jeremiah is still
saying it.
telling him to go tell Belly.
Yeah.
Jeremiah,
Sure.
quote, if she picks you, I'll let her go. Wow, that was adult. And then if you are what she needs, I won't stand in the way of that. I want you both to be
And he's
happy.
like
What?
crying while he
Cries.
says it 5.
What?
Can we Jeremiah just still on a
Jeremiah!
whole other planet of righteousness.
And Conrad is
the rest
literally
of them
sitting
is
like
just-
this. He's like,
How?
I'm over it.
I have so many questions of how to
I'm over it.
Team Conrad, I don't understand. Like, with Jeremiah acting like this and Conrad acting like this, what is the content? Like, what
Why are they still
Where's
Team
the
Conrad?
defense? Where is the defense? Like, I said that TikTok the other day, Exile's playing, and it was like, he gave so many signs.
Yeah.
What
What were the fucking signs?
did
Yep.
Conrad give?
Yeah. And then moving along, Jeremiah, finally tired of being strung along, says, if you are going to do it for her, do it, or yourself, do it for me. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn,
He also
damn,
calls him
damn.
out and says, "You're acting like a dick
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you're sad. You're so sad.
Damn.
Yeah.
Conrad, so slow.
You're so sad."
I love when they sit there and have that heart to heart.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, we want to talk about the parentified adult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or parentified teen
Yep.
with too much over responsibility. You
Yeah.
know, the burden of responsibility.
Yeah.
It's Jeremiah.
Yes.
This is the twist of the story.
Yeah.
It is
we
that the
live
younger
for.
brother is the one who is doing all the protecting, which is
Yep.
it's a role reversal
It is. It's a role reversal.
because I know Susanna's great and she's awesome, but she put
that on him.
she put a lot of shit on Jeremiah that she should not have done.
So this episode also shined a light in a different way on how I felt about it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Susanna's a real person too, and she's doing some weird shit.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, we're getting there. I put that note
was
too.
a tough scene.
That was
We
a
also-
rough one.
Some
Yeah.
folks felt that there were 10 episodes, so we all went into this.
We were like, do do do.
I
Another
know.
episode. We didn't realize it was the last one.
Crush our
not prepared.
spirits.
Wow.
So while the boys are outside having their heart to heart, well, Jeremiah's having a heart, Conrad's just having a listen. Blank stare, just to
Jeremiah.
listen. Oh, Belly. Oh, Jeremiah, I'm sad. Laurel, I love Laurel. I'm Team Laurel this season because
I
Yes,
also
she
Team
was,
Laurel.
Yes.
Laurel.
yes, loved it.
Moving
I wanted
Team
her to
Laurel
make
this
out
season.
with that tattooed lady so bad.
Oh, I've got lesbian
is that
Laurel
what-
coming
Okay,
soon.
sorry. The chemistry between the two of them
was hot.
standing at the bar. I was like,
Yes.
My.
everybody over. Okay.
yeah, hot.
Before Laurel turns lesbian, let's be honest, I put she was Belly was in the bathroom getting ready, and Laurel says love has a different seasons depending on where you are in Latin or where you're at in life. Are you remembering what you had or remembering what you have looked forward to? Basically, are you looking for Conrad or Jeremiah? I'm just so Team Laurel.
And then I love when
Love.
she says, I want you to have a lot of love.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
One, I love that from a mama. I love that. That's
I want you to
empowering
fuck
women.
so many guys.
Figure out what you want and what
That's
you like.
what she
Yes.
No, it's so
What do you think
gross
lovers means?
for a mom to say lovers, but I just love that she
Yes.
says that.
I'm a virgin girl. I had no idea.
You're my
I'm a little nun.
Yeah.
I'm a little nun. I'm shy. And then moving right along, lesbian Laurel enters the scene. Laurel goes up to the bar and immediately speaks to that woman. I immediately thought Laurel was gonna have a swing moment.
Because it seemed like there was some vibes between Beck
felt
and
like
Laurel
it.
already.
I know. Beck and Laurel were in love.
Clearly.
I love you.
I mean,
I
that
love
was
your
some
being.
soul
The vibes are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had that girl. Oh, all the vibes were there.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then moving right along, Belle's in bed. Okay, so now after the bar scene, we thought Laurel was a lesbian. Moving back to the house or the hotel, they're all in bed.
Oh, stupid fucking metaphor.
What's wrong with my notes?
They're perfect.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
No, you've never done anything wrong. 29.49.
They're
Do you want to
perfect.
read it if you
Let's
like it so
go.
much?
I actually, can I read it?
Yes.
Give my interpretation. Okay. B 29.49. Belle is bed.
I was driving. Go ahead.
Jeremiah on the right, blue lighting to make his beautiful eyes.
The angel.
Conrad space comma left side. Space comma the wrong side. Portrait in red.
I was sober while writing this.
Because he's the fucking. This is before 7 a.m. Because he's the fucking devil. Period. He's also on the repub side.
The repub.
Eye emoji, laughing emoji. What the fuck are you?
Okay, so aerial
This is
view
that
looking
stupid
down.
ass metaphor that I was like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah. Jeremiah was on the left Conrad was on the left in the Republican side, on the left in
on
red.
the bed.
On the repub, yeah. Belly's in the middle in the
left
bed.
and right.
Jeremiah's on the blue, matching his eyes.
Why did you just say that?
I did say that.
You tried to.
Belle is bed. I said that. Listeners, I was sober while driving and writing this.
So.
Belle is bed. Okay.
Belle is bed.
Okay, continue.
I think y'all should start reading them because that was actually pretty funny. Read one of my next ones.
Belle is bed.
Read the next one.
This scene, we all texted each other and we were like,
Come on.
no.
We were like, boo.
Okay, it was cute. We get it, but like, you don't have to. We get it.
I understand.
We get it.
Okay.
About 300
B space 3139. Laurel reading the delivery story, and that's when Beck says, "There she is, our special girl."
We find out where that line
Yeah.
came from.
Yeah.
That
So we
was-
now learn why Belle has had that name. Ugh, that broke my heart.
did,
Oh, you
yeah.
made me read a sad one.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was.
That one
sorry.
wasn't as fun.
Yeah.
Belle is bed.
Belle is bad.
Belle is
Belle is
bad.
bad.
That was beautiful in the delivery
Yeah.
room. I mean, again,
Yeah.
to them being
So
the
close.
true love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe they were in love.
soulmates. Yeah, that was a real. That was their baby.
Oh, yeah. So Belly's like birth story.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
That-
where.
She's named after
I didn't know
her.
what you meant by delivery story.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
She's named after her too, which is sweet.
Yeah.
She was at the little book reading thing.
Yeah.
And that's for
Yeah.
sure the Laurel.
Can you
or
imagine
she's
writing a grief book and then writing, oh, let me write a story about how
Yeah.
my only daughter, how she was born, and my best friend who has now passed,
Yeah.
how she was there to bring my daughter into
She
this
brought
world.
the-
Fuck no.
She held my daughter and called her our special girl.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Jenny Han was just trying to
I
break
know.
our hearts. I was unwell. I was unwell.
I feel like maybe that was like a show thing because I feel like isn't in
No,
the
that's not the book.
yeah because apparently in the books the moms are flat.
That's what I read. What I heard on a TikTok or something, that in the books the moms are flat. I'm invested in the moms.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm maybe closer to the mom's age.
So yeah, and
Possibly. That's why I'm interested in their friendship. How that developed.
someone commented on our TikTok that that in book 3. Well, so they said that Conrad sucks in the books too, but that he undergoes a major change in the 3rd book, and that's why people like him so much. So
Okay, well,
apparently there's some personal growth,
Coming
but
soon.
I'm not interested in a redemption arc.
This is a redemption arc.
No,
That's
thank you.
gonna make-
Yeah.
that's like giving Tamlin a redemption. arc.
That's,
I don't-
that is exactly correct.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't
So
care.
we can release. We can move on. We don't have to have a redemption arc. But I'm curious. I'm open.
You don't have to forgive and forget to
We don't
move
have
on.
to- yeah, we can just
We can just move on.
Yep.
That's what our Lord and Savior said.
Okay, next
3401.
The-
Or just whatever you got.
Susanna is writing goodbye letters.
oh.
When Laurel moves it, the notes mix up.
Well, the one before, Conrad laying on the floor, and finally he still admits he's in love with her.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but that's important because right before
it?
bed, no one should tell me right before my bedtime these
I'm
massive
literally
revelations.
closing my eyes.
I would have been so mad. Don't tell me massive revelations when I'm about to go to bed.
No, I would have been like, can we
I
talk about this
just
later?
Right?
Now's not a good time.
I am
Now
almost
it's
asleep.
not
Yeah.
a good time.
Yes, then it's that no. Keep reading.
Okay, so foreshadowing to the future. Also, Susanna telling Belle not to hate Conrad and pushing him away. Susanna, please.
That was
Season
tough.
loves you. Susanna, I understand you're going through so much. And this is a baby. This is a teenager. You don't...
A teenager who's losing someone who's important to her.
Yeah, don't put last living will and testament on a 16-year-old.
Yeah, and she just walked in
She
on
did
you.
that with the magic of the house too. So she's put Conrad in the house on Belly now.
Y'all said that recently, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's right." She has like commissioned her.
Yeah.
It is your responsibility to care for Conrad and for the house.
Yeah.
That's too much. No. Honey.
Yeah.
The foreshadowing part was when the letters fall. When she's writing the letters when they walk in, Laurel tries to move the little stand. They all fall, and apparently it was a TikTok about like, oh, there's foreshadowing to like the mixing up the letters. So I think someone's going to open up the wrong letter and then read it.
Uh-oh.
So that's coming soon.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a TikTok. I thought I'd seen
Well,
it.
Steven got his
Don't open 'em up
graduation
anyways.
letter.
Sorry. You're correct.
And then during
tried
the
to.
scene,
Bigger than the whole
they
set.
they chose
Yeah,
the most
that
heartbreaking
sucked.
song to play
That
in the
really
back.
sucked.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary.
I choose not to listen to that song a lot because it's very fucking sad.
I have listened to it all the way through one total time, and I have not listened to it even once again.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Good.
not one more time.
If you
Yeah.
lost a loved one, then
Yeah.
maybe that's not
There will be no
right.
listening to that song for me.
Maybe,
Yeah.
Marjorie, we can maybe make it through.
I don't listen to Marjorie except for at the Eras tour.
The Eras tour.
Except for when it's forced
It's
upon
a
me.
skip for me. I love the song is so beautiful, but
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, and it's because it's so beautiful and
Yeah.
accurate.
There's
and
a lot of feelings involved there that don't need to be felt on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
I know.
crying on a Tuesday morning.
At the show, we were watching it, and she started singing Marjorie, and Savannah just patted me on the
You said that to me.
I was like, oh.
The TikTok video of you haven't really been to the Eras tour until you've held your friend while you cried.
You're fine. Everything's
Oh,
fine.
God.
We're almost done. Okay.
She just, everything went
As she
really
let
quiet.
him
And I was like,
in.
oh, fuck.
God.
Here we go.
My baby.
No.
Yes, all super beautiful songs if you want to feel pain in your soul.
That's right.
If you've
There
never
we go.
lost someone close to you who
Yeah.
you love, you might be
You did
able to
it.
listen to as a super beautiful. If you have, then
They are.
You did it.
ouch.
They are, but they would.
On this note, you wrote, Belk asks
Damn it.
me or Conrad.
Belk?
Belk.
The store?
No, yes, you wrote
The
Belk.
Belks.
Belk asks me or Conrad or me and Jeremiah. All caps.
This girl is so conflicted.
It's true. Yeah. Okay. The next one's B 38. It's all B.
I love the Milo song. It's about.
Oh, it's
Milo song.
hysterical.
I love it.
What's good?
What was it? It was getting even with Steve.
Getting
Yeah.
with Steven.
Steven.
Bet you think you winning this shit. Yeah, bet you were feeling yourself. Forgot that you skinny and shit. Thought you were taking my place.
So the best part about it is
I had
that
to
it
turn
was a
to the
good
drink,
song.
okay?
Yeah.
I had to turn to the drink. It was a bop. It was a bop.
Sorry, Steven.
The Milo song about Steven is hysterical.
Yeah.
More laughing movies.
One time.
I saw
You
it
with the shirt. I bet
But you can't even do a full.
Walking around all skinny and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm not even
It was
skinny.
good.
Couldn't even with Steven.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know who wrote that. Allison Swift.
That was funny. God,
Genius.
that was good.
Genius,
So good.
genius.
Excellent job.
It does give the SNL the three sad virgins what? Three sad virgins what?
Yep.
100%.
And here we go. Back to Jeremiah. Always winning. What's that list note? Sort
He
of
got breakfast for everybody.
He did. She was like, "Oh my God, where'd he go?" And he was out getting breakfast.
He was out getting
He said, "I
breakfast.
thought you'd want some breakfast."
That border collie just keeps on giving.
He does. And
He got up before they both got up to go get them breakfast
and
and,
he
was going to
literally
bring it
did
back.
it for her. He was
I'm
like,
just
"I thought
getting
you'd
angry
want
at this
some."
point. I'm just like, son of a bitch. Like, he literally got up and went and go get
For
breakfast.
her, he was like, "She would want some." I
And he
figured
offered
you'd
it
be
to
hungry.
Conrad, too, after their whole...
Conrad would fucking
Yeah.
never.
Right, I know.
this is love. This is important.
That's what it's like when my partner goes and buys
I
me
will never
Starbucks in the morning.
forget. Well, no, I've been on vacation with your partner and you. You were invited.
I was there.
On the vacation I went on with your partner. It was a big family vacation. But he like was like, and he's very analytical and a 5, and he's like, so I'm thinking, what selections of gluten-free muffins would you like
Oh.
tomorrow at... I've selected this restaurant because I've seen that they have gluten-free muffins, gluten-free breakfast options. Oh, it's where I got this sweatshirt. And
Love.
I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
He's an
Well, I
angel.
love a chocolate. I love a blueberry. He was like, okay, well, I will bring that back.
I love
Sweet.
that.
He brought me back like a couple of options.
He
like,
rode his
they-
little bike.
He rode his bike.
Oh my
Brings the muffins
god.
back.
Seriously.
muffins.
Well, he selected. There were so many people in the house. He selected the place that had gluten-free muffins. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's some
Sweet.
really
Thought,
pure.
care.
That's
Ugh.
some
It's not that
maturity,
hard, folks.
some kindness, just genuine human kindness.
Thinking
border-
of others once.
The
Yeah.
border
Nothing.
collie.
Literally one
Conrad,
time.
Conrad has never
Yep.
done that, but
Nope.
Conrad
Not that he would
couldn't.
know.
Really
he would never
couldn't.
know how to do that.
Belly.
I'm curious to see what the
sad.
character
Oh my
version
God.
is that he has. But wow.
And-
Minute 43:07 UGG Prime Video. Invoking emotions with the damn music.
they play EXO by Beyonce.
I know we're Swifties, but that was a good moment with
I
a
love
good song.
Beyonce.
Hot.
Yeah, because they were making out.
Stand Beyonce.
Did I put it? Okay, here, let me read this. First of all, she dodges Adam's apple.
Please.
LOL. She slings the breakfast on the ground. That border collie went and retrieved that breakfast
And she
before
said-
you got up. And she
retrieved.
says, slings the bag, and I immediately almost stopped the car while I was driving, making notes, going, she really slung that bag.
Said
I didn't.
absolutely not.
I know not you do that to breakfast. Don't sling that on the
Yeah,
ground.
Not my breakfast.
Yes.
The breakfast.
Not my breakfast.
If a man tried to kiss me and he had breakfast in hand and sling on the ground, I'd be like, nay, sir, pick that up.
You pick that up and you
Absolutely.
set that down.
Correct. Then we can make out. God. No one will ever kiss me by putting my food on the ground. Then passionate making out. I thought Conrad was going to come out and then see was going to. I didn't see him again. Then I was going to clutch my pearls. I remember feeling, oh God, Conrad, please don't come out, because I didn't want to see it again because I felt bad.
couldn't fully enjoy it because you thought that Conrad was going to interrupt. But that passionate making
Y'all fully enjoyed it. I'm sitting here going, oh, ready to clutch. Like, oh, please don't
just
come
ready
out.
to clutch.
No.
We need to
And I was
rewatch
like,
it.
kiss.
Kiss.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
like, whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah, he.
Y'all are. I hate belly, so I
I'm
get it.
so over Conrad.
Can you be anti-belly with me so we can keep the
No,
divide?
I'm anti-Belly.
Done with
Sympathy left.
Conrad.
Look, I think that Belly
Not
needs
one
to have a
ounce.
character growth arc as well.
I'm telling you,
I'm
they all need
interested in a belly redemption arc. Yeah.
They all
I'm
three.
interested in that.
Redemption
Yep.
arc.
All three go to different therapies, so it's the summer we all turn pretty.
The
Yeah,
summer we all.
That's right.
Sorry. That's what Jay said.
Yep.
He said, I think that this needs to be the summer that everybody.
Summer,
Everybody
they all
needs
go to
to-
therapy.
we
The
all
summer we
went to
all turn
therapy.
pretty.
Yeah.
The summer we all turned
The
pretty.
summer we
I
all
love that.
figured it out instead of
Yep.
fucked around.
Yep.
Can everybody stop fucking around and just
Yep.
figure it out? Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, minute 45.
I release you, Conrad Fisher, from my heart. Already done. Been doing that.
So, yeah.
No emotion.
Been there.
He says, "Ugh, the infinity necklace." Dash. He asks her to keep it. He said, "It doesn't feel like last time."
Oh.
So, is there like he knew what he was doing before?
Judge not.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
Did he know what he was doing before? What?
Wait, did he try to
So-
give away the necklace?
No, she gave the necklace back. And so then he had it on his planner at college, remember?
So he knew
What
what
a
he was doing. He
loser.
was, okay, so he was trying to get the necklace to her and say, "Oh no, please keep it." So he was trying to keep the memory of them alive.
He was trying to. Yes, he was trying to make
He
sure
was
that she
stringing
would
her
always,
along in a fucking
always
infinity necklace.
think about
Yeah.
him. That's nope. That's toxic.
Yep.
We are infinity. Yeah. it's-
Blech.
Nope, zero.
And then Conrad goes and outside the hotel and it's a hotel for the hose, not a motel. Is it the motel?
It's a
with the-
motel.
It's
That's a motel.
The-
They started
yeah.
playing
You drive
Exile.
right up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they
that's-
started playing Exile, yes. And then he has a little panini. And listen, it was tough. That did hit me. I had empathy for Connie.
Me too. Don't even look at them. They're angry.
No, they don't understand.
We-
Remember
I felt
that
nothing.
TikTok
I felt
with that
absolutely
mom
nothing.
who took
I was
down her
there, like,
decorations?
singing along,
That
just
TikTok
like,
where she
I
was
gave
watching
so
this, and she was like, "No, I'm
many
done."
Yeah.
Connie Baby
The
deserves
candles.
my lighter. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, "No, fuck this."
the candles, and then the Manta had
Yeah,
Connie
no, I
baby.
didn't
She
feel
says,
bad
"No,
at all.
I'm not,
He
I'm
gave
gonna go hang this
absolutely
up in my
zero
room."
signs.
There were
He
no
said
signs.
He said no words. He said nothing.
Yeah,
He
there-
was just moping
he gave
about.
no warning
He kept
signs.
running away.
They know nothing.
The Great Divide. This is
Aw,
the Great
fuck
War.
Conrad. Fuck Conrad.
The Great War.
My knuckles were bruised like
Look, we're not
violets.
Team Conrad. We're just saying.
We're not
like,
Team Conrad, but we are so
Team
Belly
Conrad,
could
speak
fix
the
this.
fuck up. You get to act like this when you speak the fuck up.
Okay. Well.
We are Belly fixing her shit.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm also
we're
team that.
Belly fixing her shit
Ugh.
because Belly is not making this any easier
I-
on anyone.
On
Yeah.
anyone.
I am Team Conrad going to Stanford and leaving everyone alone.
Go the
Yes,
fuck
God.
away.
Is that what happened?
Get out.
We don't
I refuse
know.
to read the books.
No, I know.
Not
it.
No.
Jenny Han,
No.
I imagine these are incredible books.
I kind of think we're Team Belly because we think that Belly is the root cause. So if we this side of the couch, we feel like if Belly we fix the root cause, then we maybe feel like that Conrad's actions would be different, and maybe Jeremiah's actions wouldn't have to go through all of it.
Well,
I still think Conrad would be an asshole.
I think Conrad would still be an asshole because Conrad, regardless of who's is being wonderful to him,
Yeah.
he's consistently repressed. And
I think that
struggling and he needs to go to therapy. It's tough.
I agree with that.
He's
I
not
totally agree with
afraid.
that. I think that Belly started to spiral because Conrad treated her the way he did originally.
Yeah.
If Conrad hadn't been such a dick at the beginning, this wouldn't have been an issue.
The way you said that,
A dick.
Conrad had been such a dick.
But he would. This wouldn't have been an issue. She wouldn't have started spiraling and been like, "Oh my god, I love this person so much. I can't believe he's treating me like this."
Yeah.
Is that because this is all I'm worth? Is that because like do I not deserve this
That
kind of
does
love?
a number
Okay,
on
now
you
what
at
am I
that
going to
age.
do? I guess maybe I'll go to this person who's also showing me affection. Wait, he's actually kind of treating me nice. What do I do with that?
What do I do with that? I don't
Wait,
know.
that's
You would've
scary.
just-
I should probably go back to Conrad. Conrad just reassures because he then treats
Yeah.
her like shit again. And she's like, wait, no, I don't think that this feels very
This
good.
feels wrong.
And so she starts
Yeah.
to fucking spiral and it's Conrad's fault.
But he's created this. He's
Yes.
made his
Oh my
bed and
God.
he's lying in it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Ew, Conrad sucks.
Here it is. The consequences of your own actions.
Yes, well, these are the consequences of your action. Yes, well, and it's hard. I have faced
I drank all that water.
consequences of my
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel good.
It sucks. It doesn't feel good. We can have empathy and we can say we can climb up higher.
Yep.
We
Yep.
Somebody do better. Okay. Minute 49:10. Taylor saying these are in case listeners haven't caught on. These are all Brandon's notes. That's why it's funny. 49:10. Brandon saying she has the power in the relationship because she cares less than the other person.
Boo.
Ew, God, I hate that. Yeah. Why do you hate that, Brandon?
Why do I hate that? Wait, Taylor say this. Oh, okay, wait. Where are they at? Oh, they were on their way to camp. Sorry, I'm a
So they're
visual
standing on their
learner,
cars. They're
people.
standing on their
Visual.
cars.
Yeah, they were on their way
She's
to
like,
camp.
I always have
She
more
got it.
power in the relationship.
Yeah.
So why do
Before camp. Oh, I just hate that the one that admits feelings. We're sitting here bantering for 2 hours and 41 minutes and 36 seconds about how no one communicates, but then it's automatically just looked bad when you're the person that communicates that
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
feelings for
That's fair.
someone.
That's a good point.
Ooh,
That's a good
yeah.
point.
I know it's 10:08 and I still made a good point. Damn,
sure did.
I gotta pee
You
again.
sure did.
I've peed 5 times. Y'all haven't peed at all.
drinking all my
Full
water.
Stanleys.
Yeah,
That's probably why.
You're drinking multiple people's
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hate that.
But it's true, though.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
sitting here talking about how Conrad's mute and won't say anything, and yet Taylor
when
says,
Taylor
"Oh,
speaks up. This is also
And that feels
misogyny,
scary. Yeah.
right? How we, through the misogynist lens, we look at this and we're like, oh no, a female identified person is speaking up for her wants and needs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here hating on Conrad for not doing the same.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's an interesting, good call, Brendan. But like, interesting that she's
Yeah.
speaking truth. We like it.
And then moving on, have y'all ever had a makeout session on the hood of a car?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I need to get out there. God.
Almost exclusively.
Really?
Where else do you
On
make
hoods on the cars?
It's so high.
My
It is
tiny
so
ride's
hot.
out the ground. I can imagine slinging a man up there. God.
I thought they're right in one.
Heavens.
when he picks him up and puts him on the
in the
table?
red room with all the presidents, and then he like lifts his thigh.
After the polo match.
Can you do that? and
What do you
tell us
Picks
about
him
it?
up. Just picks him on up.
You want me to
Right on
what?
up there.
Can you do that?
He must be very strong.
He must be so strong.
because
I'm
Henry is
shy.
Dry.
Henry is not small. Anyway.
I'm sorry. I've been on top of her the whole night. But it's funny is every time I eat or have conversations with people, I get on top of people.
You gotta
That's
connect.
okay.
You
Yeah.
gotta connect.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We pretty much have shared one microphone.
That's good. That's.
I need to get out there. Y'all need to get on my hinge.
I'll
I need
tell you.
It's
calendar
bleak
invite.
out there, let me tell you.
Huh?
It's bleak
Got a
out
lot going on out
there.
there.
Oh.
No, we
You're being on the like I was looking through Hinge like for you for a couple days and I was like I feel sad. I don't feel just
What?
well,
going
who
on
are
here.
these
I
weirdos?
think you're gonna meet someone on Thursday.
We'll see.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll see.
Okay, we're speaking it into
Next,
existence.
keep going.
The border collie and Belle leave happy to go to volleyball match.
It's just border collie now.
And then he
They
watched.
hold hands, and he said, "I've been waiting forever to do that."
Oh, that's really
the
sweet.
affirmation in that, I felt it too.
I've been waiting forever too, Jeremiah.
So sweet. And he watches her.
Ugh.
He stays and sits in the bleachers and it's just like so happy
He's
to be
just like,
watching.
yes.
He's
That's
just
my bitch.
smiling.
Yes.
And he's like, there she is. She's doing so great.
No, Steven,
Yes.
keep reading. Steven pissed me off, though.
Yeah, 5230. Do all guys want to go play video games instead of supporting their partner in their life's journey?
No.
That did make me feel a little bit sad. I couldn't tell if Taylor was being serious or not, but she was like, we're not that kind of couple when he was like, no, I'm not going to stay and watch her. And I couldn't tell if she was being serious or not. Because that made me feel sad.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch her.
Yeah, if he was like, no, I'm not going to stay and do that. I'm actually going to go home and play video games. I would have been like, damn, that kind of stinks. Now,
If no
I will
one
say,
was
if
doing
if I very seriously was like, please do not stay and watch me, then that's different.
Yeah.
Because like when I was running track, I was like, no one come to these meets, please. So when I was dating anyone really in high school, they were like, oh, I can't wait to come watch your meet. And I was like,
No.
do not come to this meet.
Oh.
Do not come watch
I'm
me.
communicating my wants
Yes,
and needs. Then
and
do
you
not
can. We
observe
will meet
me.
up at the Waffle House after. I do not want you to come watch me at this meet.
Breathing
Y'all in
heavily.
the Waffle House.
The
We've
Waffle
got to
House.
go.
Yes.
We'll figure it out.
Well, there's one. It's just right down the street from my high school, so we were able to just boop, pop right over there after football games, after homecoming, all of it.
Got you.
That's sweet.
Alrighty, let's wrap up season. She was playing on the court.
So,
That
yes.
cryptic message of the future is unclear, but it's still mine.
And then the season
What a cryptic ending.
ended. I was like,
We're like, well,
oh.
and I was like, I feel fine. Actually, if we just stop there, I'd be like, this is fine.
That's it. We're done.
Conrad said, see you, bye-bye, whatever he's doing, and they're happy together, so I was like, I feel fine.
But that quote didn't make me feel like they were going to be happy together. The future is unclear, but it's still mine. Oh my god, if they break out mine.
It literally said.
You are the best thing
Oh,
that's ever been mine.
Immediate tears from Brandon. Immediate tears.
correct. I would fall.
Yeah, it felt like a very, because you want it to be like a happy ending and like the future is clear. I'm with Jeremiah, but I mean, they're teens, so that's not going to be the case.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'd rather have tequila.
Fascinating. I know that rosé is not good.
It's dry. I'm surprised y'all didn't like it.
I didn't even try it.
It was
Guys, this is it. I'm really kind of sad. I'm not going to cry. I'll hold it in.
well,
Okay, yeah, suppress that.
There's gonna
You
be
should
more.
Let it out passive aggressively.
yeah. But that wraps up season 2 of The Summer I Turned
Wow.
Pretty
We did
and
it.
our
What a
mini-series. Thank you all for joining us on this weird little side journey we took on this smut podcast that's about books.
You know, this was tangential. It was a rabbit trail, and it has been so much fun.
It has
been
the best.
super
It's been so
fun.
fun.
And we really appreciate it. It seems like you all really like this, so we're thinking about doing another series when the next season of Bridgerton comes out in December.
Yes.
Yeah, would
So-
y'all be into that?
Yeah,
Talking about, Regency era smut.
Bridgerton is a way more smutty than this,
Indeed it is.
and there's much to think about.
There are many things to say.
There's much to consider.
Yes, so if you're interested in that, please let us know, and we will add it to the docket. We got our outro music going. Coming up next week, Anna and I will be reviewing The Way I Hate Him by Megan Quinn, so you can
Yes.
read along with us.
She's good.
Megan Quinn's
She's
one of our
good, yeah.
favorites. I've heard there's some toy play in it, so buckle up.
It'll be a
Heavens.
fun little shift.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll be
Yes.
back into some real smut.
Back
This'll
into
be
some smutty smut.
smutty smut.
This is light smut.
Yes, this is light.
Y'all, we have so much good content.
Coming
we
soon.
devote a lot of energy and fun energy into exploring what would our listeners like? What do we like?
Yes.
What would we want to hear a podcast about? And so that's kind of what we base things off of. And so if y'all have any suggestions, we had an angel listener provide some great feedback on wanting to hear some Carly Fortune.
Yes, we've had more than one person ask for Carly Fortune, so we
I'm one of those people.
well, and Molly's Book Corner
I know.
also asked for
yes. So
it. So
we've got to do it. That'll be soon. We also have Aka Smith.
sure.
We have Silver Flames, a Court of Silver Flames coming
Yeah.
up when Hope gets back from Europe.
That's right.
Oh, so fun.
So yes, France.
Much more content to come. Thank you all so much for listening. Please send your comments, thoughts, and suggestions to ourgeekykindlespod@gmail.com. And follow us on TikTok at OKKPod, and leave a review of this podcast because we're going to be giving away a free book to someone who leaves a 5-star review for this podcast on Spotify or Apple.
Yes.
All right, we love y'all so much.
Signing out.
Until next time, Belly. I'm so sad. Oh, Belly.
Belly.
Bye.